if you had a job where you come to work and people clap for you, it would change your entire mood.
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Or you can grow a conscience in the next 5 minutes and see where that takes you.
Don't this hit make my people wanna jump? Don't this hit make my people wanna jump? Don't this hit make my people wanna jump?
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listing.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party. Gangnam Style. Oppa Gangnam Style.
There can be only one magical Negro.
Que llama, que buena baila usted a la vuelta pa' mí otra vez llegó el negro de...
It won't take long when there's a song to help you set the pace.
Howling holler from the heart.
This is pathetic.
Where we used to live.
Life could be worse.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Vai, quebra, tem mais, vai. Menina, chega aí. Vai, olha, danado. Eita!
And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down.
I'm bag of pixie dust. Contraband.
They're going to do the Mary Poppins thing. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Yeah. Magic mirror on the wall. The fairest one of all.
Oh, bitch, you killed Kenny.
Kenny.
You fat hoe.
I get it. I'm not persecuted. I'm just an ass.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lorena Creole, of course, bringing you that spice when it comes to sci-fi sci-fi analysis and keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And speaking of keeping it real, this is the Spice Lounge, where we give you those spicy conversations, those hot takes, no filter. We just let it fly on this show. And the show is extremely special for two reasons. One, that it's my birthday today, and had to work on my birthday, but that's okay. That's okay. I've seen so many well wishes come in, so I'm very, very happy about being 29 again. Just saying. But it's also a great time, special time on the show, because it's always great when Cameron Pasha comes back to visit us. How are you, my dear?
I'm well. I want to say two things. One is a very, very happy birthday to you. You're Scorpio, which is confirmed by the birthday. But also, where would you come up with that incredible AI image of me? It's really sexy. I should put that on like dating apps. I love your AI image in the preview. I love it.
You should.
That is to aspire to. I got to be more like my AI image. Got to get back to the gym. Got to become that guy. I love those powerful muscles with all the veins. I was like, you're just forcing me to get back to the gym.
Well, CJ is absolutely amazing. So he's the one who did the thumbnail. That's something new because he's always got your pictures, but yeah, he is on fire with the AI images. Because speaking of the AI images, this is actually a great segue because I have to show you something else that CJ was working on, and that would be this as a
Oh, wow, there we
placeholder
go.
for the show. So, of course, we have got Erica from Hanging with Erica and Rob, and we have Tom. How you guys doing?
Good.
Happy birthday.
Oh my God.
Got 2 cupcakes. We got happy birthday, Lorena there.
Cakes with the candle on it. That's so cute. I love that. And
I'll
Tom's
eat
got
yours.
the birthday cake up there. Oh, I love it. I
Well,
love
the
it. Thank
Spice
you guys so
Lounge,
much.
the Spice Lounge image is very sort of 80s Miami Vice.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of cool, right?
It sure
I like my
is.
avatar there. It's neat. I just got to find a way to make my beard stick that way. I don't know how to do it.
Like I said, I got a few extra biceps I got to be building on there. I like it.
Yeah, I look kind of ripped too. I'm kind of scared because I don't know if I can do that at this time of age in the game. It's going to take a while, man.
My
There's
hair
a
never
great
looked
book for
better.
you. Just came.
Your new prime.
It's a
New
great book
prime.
about maximizing strength and testosterone in your 40s, 50s, and beyond. And since I'm only in my 30s, I'm buying it in advance.
I hear you. Go
Oh, I
for it.
feel
Go
old.
for it. AI making everyone ripped and extra. Yeah. Yeah, Eric. I love Erica's hair in this.
I wish I could get it to curl like that. That's funny.
Well, in AI, you certainly can. So, yes, thanks to CJ for coming up with that. So, whenever I don't have an exact topic or the thumbnail ready, you'll see this. And there's word on the street as we may have some Spice Squad merch coming out.
Ooh.
And
You guys can
don't
show
you have
your-
another thing might be coming out?
I do. There's going to be a new intro that's going to be coming from the show. It's probably not going to be ready until after the first of the year, but the important thing is I got the music. I got the music from the up and coming studio, which I cannot wait to premiere. So it's going to
Are
be
you going to
fun.
have cute little crop tops? I love little crop tops.
Crop tops? Yeah, why not? Why not? I say we should.
I ain't wearing one of those.
Tops,
I'm not wearing a
mugs,
Come on.
muscle
You don't want that
t-shirt.
80s vibe, you know, with the,
Mhm. Oh my gosh, yes.
where the netting half shirt.
You're bringing back memories. You're bringing back great memories. So yes, definitely we will be having some Spice Squad, Spice Lounge merch available. Probably, I don't know. It'll be soon. It'll be soon.
You have to
That's for
excuse
sure.
me. I'm going to indulge because
Oh no! Please go right ahead. Please enjoy it.
You didn't
Please enjoy it.
airmail us all cakes? Come on, Erica.
yeah. Unless you want mold on it, it'd be more offensive.
Well, I got my free birthday cake from Publix, so that was amazing. I
Okay.
still have
See,
to. I
I
still have to eat
can't
it.
get that. This is mixed cake.
Well, it looks delicious, especially the icing. That's how it's done.
Oh, yeah,
I
the
love.
icing is homemade. I made that shit myself.
Girl, you are talented in so many darn ways. Well, speaking of that, folks, there are 69 of you in here so far between all of our YouTube, X, and Facebook streams. So thank you so much for being here. Please make sure you hit that thumbs up, heart, retweet, share, all that stuff that we got going on. And I've got 2 super chats to start out with.
Already?
First, yes, my audience is amazing. Wajid Leaky 786 for 2 pounds of the King's money. I'm so used to saying the Queen's money. So now I have to say the King's money. Thank you so very much for that. Let me hit you up, of course, with my favorite. Thank you so much, my dears. It's happy birthday. Keep doing you. Well,
And so this is part of your growing Muslim fan base, because I can tell from both the name and the icon that you have.
I see that.
That is the Prophet Muhammad's tomb in Medina. So salam alaikum, my Muslim brother who's come in and joining in support of our lovely Lorena Creole.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Apparently, since a portion of my ancestry comes from the Ottoman Empire, and of course the Moors as well, who were in Spain for quite some time until they got kicked out. But yeah, that is a very interesting portion of my family's history, and history that really hasn't been talked about very much.
You know what I need to do, Lorena? I actually would love. I've never shared with you my Moorish Spain TV pilot that I sold to Universal some years ago. I think I would email it to you because I think you'll actually really like it. It's set in 1482. It's the last 10 years of Granada and the war between Ferdinand and Isabella and Boabdil, the last Sultan of Granada. And it's one of my best scripts. I sold it to Universal. It hasn't been made yet, but they bought they bought it, and they were hoping to launch it and never quite got together. But I think you'll enjoy it.
I would love to read that because people talk so much about the British Empire, which is true. They're part of my ancestry. However, the largest part of my ancestry is thanks to the Spanish Empire, which seems to have been in everywhere and everything. So I'm really interested in finding out. Yeah, send it to me. I'd love to read it.
I think it's one of my best scripts. I enjoy it.
I love comic scripts.
The thing is, because you're from LA, you can actually understand how to read a script.
Yes, exactly. We're going to talk about some LA stories too.
A lot of LA stories. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Watchers Leaky. I appreciate that. And Nita coming in hot. My girl, you spoil me. You spoil me so much. Let me see. Hold on. I got to hit you up with the second part.
This Morgan video was not approved, authorized, or endorsed by Disney.
I'm going to wear that out. He says, happy birthday today, gorgeous. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Cannot wait to meet up with you again in person. Nita's such a sweet soul. She really is. She's so sweet.
She is. We were hanging with her last week.
Mm-hmm. And not only she is extremely sweet, but she has a lot of family history in Florida, especially around Miami. So we talk a lot about, the pioneers in Florida, how, there's a reason Florida man is the way that he is, because, when you have to protect your cows and everything from alligators and everything, and the state is trying to kill you, you get a certain attitude,
I remain of the view that the Florida man phenomenon is a byproduct of proximity to the Bermuda Triangle. I'm absolutely of that view.
I'm also from Jersey, Cameron, so I got both crazinesses.
Yeah. There's probably some kind of dimensional shift off of the Jersey Shore.
I fell in the Hudson. It explains everything.
I'm so inclined to believe that because, that much crazy in one place. I'm inclined to agree. Charles Ratliff, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I sure do appreciate that, my dear. Let me hit you up with this.
Ooh, here's a key grip. Hit that director in the face really fucking hard.
Ow. So that's going to be my first story. Because I actually had had a meeting with a real life Les Grossman a few days ago with this kind of behavior. And so didn't quite punch me in the face, but he came very close. So yeah, I'll share that story when story time comes.
Okay. I'm still waiting for that Les Grossman spinoff movie. I can't wait to see that. He was my favorite character in second Robert Downey Jr.
Not great when you actually meet him in real life.
Oh yeah?
No, I'm saying when you meet the actual persona and in a business meeting in Hollywood, then it's not as fun as it is watching it in a movie.
No, you don't know what's gonna freaking happen. This happy birthday, Lorena. Well, thank you so much, Charles, for that. I appreciate that. Thanks for the $5 super chat. All the support of my channel. Thank you, my dear. And we have got Braylon Lee coming in with a $10 super chat. Here we go, my dear.
I know you want the goodies. Welcome to the goodie room.
Yes, indeed. Braylon says, Lorena Creel, happy birthday, gorgeous. From the first time I met you virtually, you are a legend and kind in every way. Thank you, my dear. It's such a blessing to hear. By the way, I'm at 906,013 total views on my channel. Been busy, but I love you, Lorena. LOL. Well, that is awesome to hear about your channel. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Definitely be celebrated. Thanks for letting me know. And of course, thanks for your super chat too. I sure do appreciate that. All right. So we have got so many people here hanging around in the chat. So good to see all of you. Hello, and welcome. And yes, Les Grossman is indeed based. Hey, Dad Man, says happy birthday, Lorena. Thank you. Theme Parks Assemble, happy birthday. Ryan Dyer, that's a name I have not seen in a long time. So I hope you are doing well, my dear. Saying happy birthday. Magically MJ, happy birthday, Lorena Mamacita. Thank you. I love it. Not sure if you saw my first message when I came in here, but happy birthday, Lorena Creel. Well, thank you. And let's see. That's so funny. Morgan and Morgan are hilarious. Yes. For people who do not know, that commercial that I showed for the super chat, Morgan and Morgan has preemptively sued Disney. So they could, because Steamboat Willie is now in the public domain. Basically, they're suing Disney to be able to continue using it rather than waiting for
declaratory judgment, like in advance. We want you to be forced so that you never have a chance to sue us. That's what it is. Okay.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. Hey, Linda, we got Sonia in here. Looks like Snortapoop is going to bed. Happy birthday, Lorena. Thank you. Thanks for dropping in. I know you gotta go to sleep early. Appreciate that. P-Shan fan, thank you so very much. I see Mark Daly in the chat. Nice birthday haired and sharp outfit. Is that your birthday suit? It's one of them. It's like going through costume changes, so that's this one. Let's see. Oh, it's 5 days after your little bro. Oh, okay. Yeah, because Scorpios are awesome. They really are.
We're nuts.
Yeah, we're totally nuts. You want to freak a man out on a date, tell him you're Scorpio. They swallow real hard. There's CJ. Good seeing you. Thanks so much, you guys. So many of the amazing birthday wishes. I sure do appreciate that. Oh, so glad you like it. All right, so let's hop to a couple of hot topics I want to make you guys aware of, because we always got to do the hot topics. These are things that should be on your pop culture radar. So the first one here is coming to us from The Hollywood Reporter. Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz team with Ready or Not filmmakers for new Mummy movie. Radio Silence, the directing team known for the recent Scream hits, will direct the feature for Universal. So Cameron, I have to ask you, yet again, we've got another sequel going on.
But this is a sequel that is the one that I've been wanting for many, many decades. What made the original Mummy so magical was this combination of Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, and then they reappeared again, and then it kind of started falling apart, and they didn't reunite, and then Fraser was off the industry for a very long time unfairly, this is the original Mummy is a pure work of magic. I mean, it's pure work of magic in cinema, and it still holds up. I saw it in the theater a couple of years ago, and it just holds up perfectly to today, and it's so entertaining, and it's primarily because these two have such an incredible dynamic. And so, yes, you can complain that sequels and Howards run out of ideas. I know, because I keep providing them new ideas, and then they go, "Oh, that's That's brilliant and risky. We're just going to go do this sequel. Okay, fine. However, if they're going to do that, then at least this is the right combination. And, the two. And also, these directors are very, very good directors. I don't know if anyone here on the panel saw Ready or Not. I thought that was a brilliant, brilliant movie.
I did not.
It's a sort of, it's a slasher / conspiracy / occult, but it's really effective and scary, and it's really well done. And look, they did the Screen movies. They're incredibly talented, and they know how to make commercially good movies. And they have now a track record of several very good commercial movies. So we know this is going to be scary. And the original Mummy had some real scares, right? But I think with Fraser and Rice, it'll keep a heart. So even, yes, it's a sequel. But for once, it looks like they're, the only thing that's missing is Stephen Sommers, who did the very original movie. I mean, that's a loss. But I trust these new filmmakers personally. And others may disagree, but I'm excited for this film.
Okay, Erica, Tom, what do you guys think about this news?
Go ahead, Erica.
I'm gonna let you go first. I'm excited for it. I like the first two movies, so I might actually see this one.
I'm hoping that they can pull it off. I hope that magic is still there that they had.
Yeah, that's what we all hope. It would be very disappointing if it's not a good movie. It's like, I mean, we don't want an example of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. That would be devastating, right?
Oh no,
that would be devastating.
No. There's not enough rum in the world for me to have that happen.
Yeah. So but one hopes, because especially Fraser now, he's really become a beloved icon. He was beloved back then, and then he just vanished from this industry. I think this town I don't even know the real story why they essentially stopped hiring him. And then, he came back with A Whale, and really this incredible performance that just reminded people why they love him as an actor. And I actually saw I saw a video of him when there was a re-release of The Mummy in the theater. And he surprised the audience. He just showed up, right? It wasn't on the schedule. He showed up and to introduce it, and the audience just went wild. And the incredible graciousness he showed, and the humility, and he was like in tears. He couldn't believe people loved this movie so much, and they remembered him, right? This is a great man and I mean, again, I don't know his personal life. I just know his persona, right? He seems to be a great man for Hollywood and a man of honor, and he has a moment right now where he's got some political power after many years of not having any. So I'm hoping he uses that political power to make sure the script is good.
Yeah, Magic, you said the exact line. First of all, I love the Mummy movies from like the 1930s. They were my favorite.
The originals, yeah.
Originals. And then when they came out with this one, the original one, it was such a great throwback to what makes a great, scary yet romantic movie. And you're right, the chemistry between Brendan and Rachel, I love it. It's the fact that I bought it on DVD, got it on Blu-ray. I need to get it on 4K. And honestly, I rewatched it probably a couple of days ago, around cleaning my kitchen. But I'm like, I want a movie to go. Oh yeah, let me put this on. Yeah, I loved it. And that line where she is drunk and she's like, I'm proud of what I am. And Brendan's character asks her, what is that? Because I am a librarian. And as somebody who's such a nerd, I appreciate the heck out of that.
But she's the archetype of the sexy librarian, right? That she is absolutely the archetype of that.
She sure is. I absolutely love her to death. So I'm cautiously optimistic about this film, like the first one and the second one. I really haven't run into anybody who has not liked those two films. So definitely hoping that this goes well. I saw this news and I'm like, excited. And of course, you got some Eeyores out there that are just like, well, can you really trust modern Hollywood to do it justice? It's like, look, the proof is going to be in the pudding. Either it's there or it's not. But to kind of poo-poo it before it happens, nah, not really a good attitude to kind of take. If you want Hollywood to improve, which you can see some rumblings of that happening, then you have to applaud good ideas when they come out.
Yeah, look,
What-
Top
what
Gun.
was it?
The remake was great. Top Gun, the remake was great. And, and it was at a time when it stood out when there was just garbage movies being made left and right.
Wasn't Frasier just in a series called The Doom Patrol?
Was he?
I haven't seen it, but I do think he's been back since,
Okay.
yeah, he's working now.
I think he was in Doom Patrol.
Okay. No, I didn't see that one, but
I
I'm
keep
glad
seeing
he's in it.
commercials. I keep seeing ads for this movie called Rental Family that he's in.
It's like a comedy. That sounds like a comedy.
Yeah, I did see
No. Yeah, I did.
for that.
I saw the trailer. He plays he's like a white guy brought in to be the fake father of this Japanese girl whose father was white and disappeared or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up bonding with her. It actually looks pretty touching.
Yeah, it does look good.
It
It was
does.
nice to see him on screen. I didn't know he was going to get back into the game, and I
Mhm.
was pretty happy to see that he's getting back in.
Well, no, wait. Thank you so much for this $5 super chat, my dear. Let me hit you up. Years ago, I called my dad and he told me the mummy is on and then told me to call back later and hung up on me.
That's awesome.
That is
Cool.
that
That's
is
a cool dad. That's a cool dad.
Mhm. Completely understand. Thank you for the $5 super chat and all white. I sure do appreciate that. On to our next hot topic. Coming to us from Variety, K-pop Demon Hunters 2 aims for 2029 release on Netflix. I am not surprised by this at all.
I think it'd be coming before that.
Which could be true. I mean, they're probably giving like the safe estimate. So it's always better to under promise and over deliver. So that could possibly be the case, but you cannot deny how popular K-pop Demon Hunters is. Even at Disney Springs for Halloween, saw like two girls dressed up like Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters. It's between the soundtrack, which is absolutely fabulous. Soundtrack is awesome. The acting is it's awesome. The story's really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Made money in the theaters when they put it in the theaters. So this does not surprise me at all. Have any of you seen K-pop Demon Hunters yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have not.
It was
I
really
hear it's
good.
absolutely wonderful. And, I mean, I should just watch it. I'm always resistant to watching things when they're popular. I always watch them when people forget them. But I will check it out because it sounds a lot of fun. But I will note this. The fact that it's coming out right in 2029 is actually a good sign. It means they're going to take the time to get the script right.
Yeah.
And to do it right. I mean, if it was just a cash grab, it's coming out next spring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that means they care enough
Yeah.
about this property to take the time to develop it. They've already scheduled it that far in advance so they can get really good script, hopefully, and really good animation.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, not bad considering animated features can take as long as 6 to 7 years to put together from concept to finished product. So 4 years that's actually really good for animation.
Yeah, I mean, Netflix is going to be able to eat off of K-pop Demon Hunters for quite some time. I want to say not necessarily timeless, but it's lightning in a bottle. The whole family can watch it. And what I especially like in K-pop Demon Hunters is that you do have aspects of a relationship, even though they're teenagers and kind of navigating that. So they're not poo-pooing men at all. It's got kind of like that awkward, I like this guy, oh my gosh, why is he such a jerk, that kind of thing that they have going on. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, and yeah, they're gonna eat off of it. I do not see the hype dying down for this anytime soon whatsoever. Mark, how you doing, my dear? Mwah! Mark from the Dark Council for $10. Thank you so much, my dear. Let me hit you up with this one.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire.
Michigan J Frog will not ever not be funny. Says happy birthday, Your Grace. Wishing you everything your heart desires always. So thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate that. Folks, if you have not checked out Mark with the C's channel, you need to. I tell you, especially when he sings, because he has a wonderful singing voice. So gotta check that out. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Lonnie. Thank you, Dance Life at the Kingdom. I sure do appreciate that. Last hot topic. I gotta talk about this. And if you watch the Welcome to Florida show, you know why. Grand Theft Auto 6 is delayed again until November 2026. Yeah, this was the game that all the other gaming studios were holding back on announcing their games because they didn't want to compete with this game. So anyway, they have kicked it into November 2026. Thank you in advance for the birthday present that's coming, Rockstar Games. So supposedly the team needs additional time to finish the game with high levels of polish players expect and deserve. So just to kind of remind folks why we're looking forward to GTA, I'm going to show you the trailer. Rockstar will claim me, but I really don't care.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Well, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
That's why. That's Miami. So the guys, the beer. Little Haiti.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
But anyway, the cool thing with Grand Theft Auto 6 is there are a ton of stories that are based on Florida Man. Stories that we have talked about on Welcome to Florida. And the joke was Rockstar kept pushing this back because there were crazier and crazier Florida Man stories that were coming out. And yeah, so I cannot wait. I can't wait to play this. Little disappointed that it's gonna be pushed back. Damn, we gotta do NSYNC song, Beetlejuice 2, Final Destination 6, and an Oasis before GTA 6. Yeah, that's gonna be true. And to make things even funnier, Poly Market now has Jesus Christ return in before GTA 6 at 47%.
Well, didn't we have like this Rapture craziness just a few days ago or a couple of weeks ago? And I just felt sorry for these people because I mean, I'm not a Christian, but I'm pretty sure the Christian texts have Jesus saying that even he doesn't know when the second coming is. Like, only the Father knows, right? So I'm like,
that
why
is
is
correct.
The random numerological calculation that's never ever been right in history that I mean, these poor people like sold their homes, they sold their cars, and this happened like 10 years before as well. I mean, that pastor was like, it's happening on this date, and there were signs everywhere, and then nothing happened. All those people lost their homes. Like, I get it. Everyone wants hope for a better world or to get out of this sad world, but maybe you're here for a reason. Maybe God wants you here for a reason.
So he wants us to remain Busy. Yeah, that's I always used to give people the side eye when I would hear stuff like that. I'm just like, yeah, didn't Jesus say no man knows the time, the day, nor the hour, and even he doesn't even know when that's gonna be. It's like, okay, well, y'all forget that part, or you don't care about that part.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
yeah, it is very, very funny that that this is where
yeah.
I mean, you know what GTA has fallen into? GTA 6? It has fallen into the Islamic inshallah syndrome. Inshallah. Inshallah means three things, if God wills. We Muslims use it every day to say, oh, inshallah, I'll meet you in 5 minutes at the grocery store. Inshallah, I'll call you tomorrow, right? Inshallah, I'll get married you in 10 years. It's always but what it means is this. It means three things. It means yes, no, and screw you, right? So it means three things. So when you say, hey, so are we doing that movie together? Inshallah. So the answer could be yes, we are. No, we're not. Screw you. We're never doing that movie, right? Inshallah, it's in the hands of God. I ain't gonna be doing it. Only God can make me do it.
That's
inshallah.
funny.
You're in inshallah zone. You're welcome. To inshallah zone.
But yes, folks, we still have to wait for GTA 6. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Can't wait. But to get on to the Holly Weird segment, I am going to show you this. It does have strong language in it. However, this will give you the idea of exactly how Hollywood agents behave. I see nothing, no lies detected. Check this out.
I don't care if he's in the Arctic shelf. Get James Cameron on the phone, get Dana Gordon on the phone, tell her assistant if she does not call me back, I will fuck her worse than I did in Cabo in 92.
Do you really want me to say that?
Improvise, Lloyd. I'm gonna be there in 90 seconds, find out who covers Warner's. If all this is not taken care of, I will choke you out with a strap on.
See you when I get here. Potty mouth.
Yes.
It's accurate. You see, the thing with Entourage is it is accurate, and it's funny, but it's only surface level accurate. Like Tropic Thunder is closer to the truth, and the truth itself is incomprehensible. It's beyond people outside of this who cannot actually grasp. It's like the black hole. Like the Tropic Thunder is Entourage is sort of the space around the black hole. Tropic Thunder is the event horizon where you're trapped and you're going into it, right? There's no way out. And then the actual experience of Hollywood itself is the singularity, where all rhyme and reason and time and space vanish.
That is exactly right. I always wanted to move to California, so as soon as I got offered a job, I went out there. I went to LA, and I was like, what the heck kind of place is this? I went to visit a friend of mine on a lot at Paramount, and eventually I wound up getting drive-on privileges onto Paramount. And I'm walking around trying to find where the script department is. Specifically the script department for Star Trek, actually. Next Gen, DS9, Voyager, all that. Trying to find that. I'm walking around. This guy who looks old enough to be my white grandfather stops, sees me, comes over to where I am, and he's talking to me. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. And he's like, okay, well, if we're going to go steady, you need to know what my name is. I'm like, well, that's presumptuous as hell. I don't even know you. Oh, you don't know who I am? No. He says, well, I actually have a building named after me.
Really? What's this all about?
I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I really don't know who you are. And he gave me like one of his cards. I don't know. He was some big wig. I want to say producer, one of those really.
I mean, that's the ultimate Hollywood statement. It's not like, do you know who I am? Do you know that building is named after me?
Yes.
I mean, don't get more Hollywood than that, because that's not even. You know that building is named after me?
And I'm like, that you got to be freaking kidding me. And I looked at the card, and don't you know, yes, he did have a building named after. And he's like, well, I want you to call me, and and we'll talk about where to go from there. I'm like, did this freaking guy think I'm gonna date him? What did
That's so
it was
cringe.
the craziest, creepiest thing.
So he
That
just nonchalantly just approached you like that and just had
yes,
this expectation like you were just gonna like fawn over him and just
yes.
I'm so glad
I
I'm
kid you
married.
not.
I'm sorry. God.
It was
Thank you.
What you're missing is the part is he didn't care if she was married or not. He just said it to her. He didn't
yes.
care.
He did not
That's what,
care.
oh, that's even scarier.
Yeah, he did. He did not care whatsoever.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, I'll take your card. I said, I'll think about it. He's like, well, don't take too long.
Because you got another honey in your pocket you're gonna pull out. Shut up.
And in my head, I'm thinking, how often has he done this? Because that was just too darn smooth. I'm like, I know this dude has done, this all the time. I don't know if he thought that I was some actress who just wanted to be on the casting couch, and I've heard plenty of stories about the cat. Yes, the casting couch is true, people. That is actually a real thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was saying that was his intention. I mean, no one says, "Do you know the building's named after me?" without it meaning "come back to my place, baby." That's what it means.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. Two things real quick. First of all, Osvaldo Lopez, thank you so much for that $4.99 super chat. I sure do appreciate that.
You can grow a conscience in the next 5 minutes and see where that takes you.
Are we not going to talk about the recently announced Godzilla minus 0.0? Yes, Asia should just replace Hollywood already. I'm looking forward to that.
I did not know. That's the first time hearing of it.
Definitely.
There, in fact, I was just talking to a producer friend of mine just before this video, and I had been trying to convince him to watch Godzilla minus one, and they were just like, I don't like Godzilla movies. I'm like, it's not a Godzilla movie. It is one of the greatest dramas ever made. It's about post-war Japan, right? And about reconstructing a destroyed society and the humanity of it. And Godzilla happens to show up in the middle of that, right? And but he finally he's like, all right. He called me, he said, all right, I see a sequel's coming out, but he's still resisting watching it. He's just like, he's now at that stubborn place where he knows it's a good movie. He says all the reviews are good, sequel's coming out, but he just can't accept that a Godzilla movie could be that good.
It is that good. It's back to the old school Toho Godzilla, where Godzilla is not, a happy joke. Well, not necessarily joke, but more of like the comedic side. That's what Legendary does. Yeah. Toho is the Godzilla atomic breath. You are freaking scared to death when he shows up, takes no prisoners, and there's a reason for its existence. Not only a reason for his existence, but there's also the human story that's weaved in there. Where with Legendary, it's kind of like, I don't care about the humans. I just want to see Madden with, with Godzilla and King Kong, but with the Toho version, very serious, and you actually care about the humans that are in that. So yeah, just like Cameron said, the first one, Godzilla minus one, the human story was so good. It was so absolutely good. It was absolutely amazing. So yes, I did see that announcement. My fault. I think I bookmarked it and then it went like down to the bottom. But yes. Thank you, Osvaldo Lopez, for that. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. And thank you, Scott Westbrook, for gifting those 5 Lorena Creole memberships. I sure do appreciate that. Let me hit you up with something a little different.
Remember, traditions are basically just dead people peer pressuring you. Until we meet again.
Thank you for those 5 gifted memberships, folks. If you got a membership from Scott Westbrook, please do tell him thank you so much. Appreciate that, my friend. Somebody said, where is that? That is gross. Yes, it is. And I had never run into that in my life when I went there. But movie sets, well, Studio lots are a strange place. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It is one of the strangest places that I've ever been. I remember one time I got off from work and my friend in the script department, she was like, "Yeah, come on down. I got I got some scripts to give you." I'm like, "Okay." So I go down there. It's kind of getting dark, you know. So I'm walking on through the studio lot, and I see this guy like shuffling as he's walking. I'm like, is this a homeless person? I don't know what the heck is going on. And he's moving really, really slow and not like walking, but like just like shuffling. I'm like, I don't know. I profile every freaking body. Okay. That's me. You know, you're offended by me profiling you. That's too bad. That's a personal problem on your part. Plus, this is LA. I don't trust anybody who looks like they're that's something that you learn. So this guy's shuffling around. I'm just like, okay, dang it. He's coming from the same way that I have to go. I'm like, all right, stay vigilant, be a good distance away, and keep your eye on. So I finally, meet up where we like kind of cross paths. And he looks at me and he says, good evening. I'm like, okay, good evening. And I kept walking. And then I realized who he was. Do you know who he was?
Who was he?
Michael Dorn, aka Worf.
Worf.
From that shit. I'm like, man, he just must have just gotten out of all the prosthetics and the makeup and stuff. I was like, okay, maybe that's why he's shuffling like that. Yeah, that was wild. Although not as wild as man, I'm doing a whole lot of Star Trek tea on here. Robert Beltran. I can talk about this now. He was Chakotay on Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know the joke was it seemed every other week some chick was showing up at Paramount saying that Robert told me that if I moved out of here, I can get a job on set. Yes. I'm like, that is so messed up. That is so, and I knew one of them that was her thing. She's like, I'm gonna move. Robert said, I can go there and work in the script department. And every other darn week it seems some chick would show up. I'm like, that's kind of really messed up.
Yeah. I mean, this town is all about deals with the devil. That's all that's literally all this town is,
The devil that you know.
The problem is the devil that you know is always the front for the devil you don't know, right? I mean, it's literally like, there's always a worse devil behind the one that you're dealing with. And and the devil is actually trying to protect you from the even worse devil who's doing terrible things to them. And even it's a bizarre cycle of evil in this town. So which allows me, I would like to now get into my Les Grossman story. Can I tell my Les Grossman story?
Oh, please do.
Then I have to take a break. I have to take a break for a couple minutes. I'll come back, but I want to tell my Les Grossman story. So the Les Grossman story is this. So I've been developing a project that is a very exciting project for me. And it's got a major actress attached to it from Game of Thrones. I don't want to give too many details, but she was big star in Game of Thrones, and she's somebody I really want to work with. And it's a historical sort of epic series. And the project's been in development for over a year now. They had a younger writer on board, and they realized they needed a showrunner, that they can't really move it forward without somebody with much more experience because it's a TV series. And so, I came on board, and I've been working with that writer, and we came up with a new pilot and everything. And so the whole thing was to do a big, to pitch it to the actress, who, and to the major producers. There's like 20 producers on it, right? But the big man, right? The big man, the Wizard of Oz. Right, they had to produce it, and so the big one at the top of the pyramid, that producer, and so we had a big Zoom call a few days ago where the actress is there, and the and the big boss is there, right? I'll just call him the boss, right? And I excitedly pitch my thing, and this project's been in development for over a year and a half. So the boss has heard at least versions of this story 15 times already, right? And so I'd been told, well, they were very familiar with the story arc of the season, which we're not really changing. We're changing the pilot. And, and so because they'd never met me before, I wanted to introduce myself. So, I came in and I pitched the new TV pilot structure, and the actress was incredibly excited. She's like, oh my God, that's exactly what I want to do. This is what I want to play. It's great. And so everything's going great. And then the big boss speaks. And the big boss, he's basically Les Grossman. And he's just like, what is this crap? And so here we go, right? Here we go. And so already the energy is not good. So he's like, I have to say, I'm disappointed. I expected this, and this. Like everything they already had. He literally wanted, like, where's the season arc? Where's this? Where's that? Where's where's the selling point, the book that's based on? I was to the boss, I was like, sir, first of all, aside from the fact I'm told that you already know all that because it's been pitched to you 15 times already, right? The purpose of this call was for me to bring the new element that you haven't heard, which is the new pilot, the new storyline that I need your approval on, that we're doing this as the pilot so we can go out and pitch. And, one of the producers, younger producers, bravely, she came in and said, I think there's been a misunderstanding as what the point of this call was. And he didn't like hearing that. So suddenly he's like, don't interrupt me. And he's like, and he just goes on. And then I'm watching the actress now becoming uncomfortable because she's watching the lecture. And I'm like, this project, this guy, and it's all for this guy's ego. It's all for him to shout, right? And then when it's all over, I'm like, what the hell was that, right? And then they said, oh, he's like that on every call. He doesn't remember. We pitch him every time. He doesn't remember any of it. He doesn't remember any of it. He doesn't remember who you are. He doesn't. It's like that scene where we have the opening. He's like, yeah, who's the Damien Cockburn, the director, right? He's like, it's that scene, the Tropic Thunder. Go punch him in the face, right? He doesn't even know who the guy is, right? I'm sitting there like, he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know who any of these people are. He doesn't know what this project is about. That's why he wants to hear all of it again, because he doesn't remember any of it, even though it's been pitched to him 15 times already. I was like, sir, I have all that material. I didn't know you wanted to hear that because I'd been told you already knew that and I should present the new information. And, and this is not a man you can correct, right? Trying to correct Les Grossman. Watching this thing just go down the toilet right in front of me, right? And it'll be fine because they're used to it. This is every call. We should have, what do you mean you should have warned me? If this was Les Grossman and this is the behavior, you should have warned me, and then I would have been hyper prepared, because if every time he forgets everything, but literally it's like, again, everyone throws you under the bus, right? They throw you under the bus so they don't get punched in the face. This is a week ago. And this guy has made major TV series, movies you've heard of, and he's literally a dude. He's that guy who just needs to show off he's in power. He's in charge, and and he needs to humiliate everyone just to establish that, because he doesn't feel secure in it, despite all of his success, right? And that's Les Grossman. And I had to bite my tongue, because you can imagine I don't let people talk to me that way, right? I've dealt with a lot of, in general, I don't think anyone should even talk to, but I've dealt with two things that I faced, which is, number one, they find out I'm Muslim, they already don't like that. Right, they already don't like that. That's like having the Antichrist in front of them, right? They don't like that. Number two, there is a cultural presumption, because I'm of subcontinental background, that Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, they were all like little Gandhi. Yes, sir, you can beat me, sir. I'm non-violent. You hit me as much as you want, sir. And there's this presumption that you can abuse us, because there's this cultural false narrative. I'm like, I'm not speaking for Gandhi. My ancestors were the Mughals that conquered this whole land and built the Taj Mahal. There ain't no Gandhi blood here, okay? We took this land and we crushed it and we made it great. So that's my ancestry. So I don't know what you think this is. So I'm like biting my tongue, because I know if I say something, because I've got powerful agents around the cloud, this famous actress is there. And if I say something, I'm going to blow my standing with all of them, right? Because apparently they're used to his drama. But this was a week ago, and I just had to swallow it. But I didn't quite swallow it. I did respond. I said, sir, I just want you to know that I have all that information. I'm surprised you don't know that. And then he doesn't like being called out on that he doesn't remember anything, right? That he doesn't remember what this project is that he's backing. He doesn't even know what it's about, right? Even though it's been pitched to him a dozen times, right? So that's this industry. And that happened a week ago.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask, do you think he's just losing it, or is he drunk?
No, he literally has
Sounds like a dementia
25 to 30
patient.
projects. He, he's reached a position in power where his job is to bark orders where everyone else gets the job done. So he doesn't pay attention to anything because he has this long legacy of success that is the selling point.
So
he
his
knows
name is
his presence there will get people to buy.
He doesn't do nothing but put his name to it, basically.
Exactly. And he knows that. So he is at that place of extreme arrogance and also insecurity because he knows he's adding no value to this process. Like there was another producer who then came and said, you guys, then he did what should have been. I was like, you guys did an incredible job. I love the pitch. I would love to see this and this scene. And I was like, those are actually really good scenes. I will incorporate them. Thank you so much. That's what a useful producer does, right? But this guy just had to go, rah, 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 rah. He just had to do that, right? Because he had to just remind everybody he's in charge because he's sitting there feeling stupid that he doesn't know what anybody's talking about. And kind of vaguely aware that he's seen these people before and they've pitched him something before, but he can't be. But he knows if anybody asks him a question, he won't be able to answer it because he doesn't remember what this is about. So he has to go on the attack first.
Right. Right.
Oh, God,
Oh, well, first of all, thank you so much, Drunk 3PO in the house. Good seeing you, my dear. Dropping 20 Lorena Creole memberships. I'll drop this. I'll drop this one on you. Oh, here we go.
Well, you know what I think about that, Cal? Hold on.
I love South Park. Thank you so much for gifting those 20 memberships. So, folks, if you got gifted a membership, Drunk 3PO, make sure you drop a thanks to him. So, thank you so much, my dear. We miss you in the Dark Council. Hopefully, you can drop in sooner rather than later. The insecurity is what cracked me up being in Hollywood because I was working for an IT consulting company. So I was not quote unquote in the business, but it seemed everywhere that I freaking went, people thought that I was in the business. I'm like, no.
Well, you carry that confidence and the beauty and all of that.
Oh, well, thank you. I was just like, no, I don't quite get that. And even worse when you have to go to those freaking industry parties. You know what I'm talking about, Comer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I had the reason why I had to go to this industry party is because I was dating this one guy who was an actor. Trust me, don't get impressed. Because I said, look, if I can't rent what you were in from Blockbuster or go see it in the theater, it doesn't freaking count. Well, he's the reason I came up with that rule. But he's like, yeah, there's this party I have to go to. I'm like, okay. Oh, cool. Glad to hear it. I'm like, okay, fine. Have fun at the event. Like, no, you have to go with me. I'm like, why? Well, you just have to go. You just have to go with me. I'm like, what? You can't go to a party by yourself? He's like, no, you have to come with me. I'm like, oh, I get it. I'm the arm candy. So that's why I have to go to the, okay, fine. So I go.
That's a little flattering because we men, in our thinking, your woman is your business card. If you have, the more amazing the woman is, that in fact, often, some of us old school guys, when you walk into the Hollywood party, you make sure you have the hand on the small of her back, and she comes in first because everyone goes, "Oh my God, who's she?" And then you come in behind, like, she's with him, and suddenly all the agents want to talk to you because you must have something. So you have that.
I had no idea. I was just completely clueless. I just moved from Florida, drove across country. Yes, I did. It took me 3.5, almost 4 days from, Orlando to NoHo, North Hollywood. Mm-hmm. So this was completely strange to me. So we go to this party and I don't know anybody. And I'm so introverted. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go over here in the corner and hang out, not be bothered, whatever. Well, since I did that, why is it a whole bunch of actresses started coming over to talk to me? I'm like, what are you talking about? We talk about, oh, are you, and they're talking just the dumbest things. I'm like, oh my God, I can't deal with these stupid conversations. Why are they talking to me? I'm like, I got to go refresh my drink or whatever. And this guy who I ran into at the bar, he's like, yeah, I'm a producer. He said, I don't even know why I'm here. I'm just here because they told me I had to be here. I'm like, yeah, I was over there with all these actresses talking to me. Why the heck are they talking to you? He said, because you're not interested, they think you're a producer.
Well, because
like,
you're not
what?
You have the power. Everyone assumes it's like Les Grossman. Like he walking to that party, just not caring, and everyone like because he's above everybody. The fact that you don't care means you're above everybody, and are instantly a magnet.
Yeah, yes, Avarice. They thought I was the producer because I was just like, I have no reason to be here. I'm just here. I'm just, I'm just arm candy or whatever, and that was it. But I'd never been to a party like that where it wasn't necessarily about enjoying the party, but was more of, okay, this casting agent is here, this producer is here. I'm trying to get into their particular movie. So we have to go talk to them and you have to come over here and, and stand with me. I'm just like, I'm so freaking, I was so bored because there was nothing they were talking about that I was necessarily interested in, but it's just the mentality and the craziness from what's going on. Like another case where I had to go out with the actor boyfriend. So it's like, yeah, you want to go out to dinner? I'm like, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. He's like, yeah, we're going to go to the California Pizza Kitchen. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking it's the California Pizza Kitchen in Burbank, which was the closest. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, I can do that. He's like, no, we have to go to the California Pizza Kitchen in Studio City. Okay. I said, why? Oh, because I hear that the producers for such and such and so show go over there for dinner. So that's why we had to go to the California Pizza Kitchen. But that's not enough. Okay. Normally when couples go to restaurants, they sit across from each other. No, we had to sit side by side so people could see his face.
Well, yeah, because it's all. Nothing you say is surprising to me. This is like a script, right? This is what people do. By the way, you think if anyone's watching this thinks that this is only the struggling actor who's trying to break in, like, a friend of mine was telling me about a party they went to, and there was Charlize Theron. This is Charlize Theron, right? Oscars, one of the most beautiful women on the planet, right? All this stuff. And they're like, they said it was amazing to watch her try to work the room. You could tell how absolutely insecure she was, and every pretty girl she was looking at with like fear. Like, this is Charlize Theron, right? And they're like fascinated. You could tell this woman is completely like terrified at this stage in her journey and career with all that success. She's afraid she's over the hill. She's not attractive enough. All these young, pretty things are walking around. So she's got to get the attention of that powerful guy. And you could just see the body language. And I will give you an example. Then I have to take a break. So I have to give you an example of one of the worst Hollywood parties I've ever been to. So a big director who I was developing a project with at the time, he loved to be in that scene, right? And so he's like, hey, come with me. I want you to meet my friend who is the top plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills. Like, that's
Lord.
Sure, I had an Oscar nomination, but I was like, I just want to make a movie. Yeah, I'll go with you. I don't care, right? So I went there, and so we go there, and it's in the mansion in Beverly Hills, and the entire people there, there were a lot of sort of like B-list reality star, C-list reality star types, right? Whatever. But most of it were all these like people that were wannabe models and actors and actresses, right? And they were all, as you can imagine, stunningly attractive, like abnormally good-looking people. And they were all brought there to essentially hear a pitch for why they need plastic surgery from him. The whole party was him walking around, going up to these people and saying, oh, I can fix that. Did you know that thing on the side of your nose? I can fix that. I'll get you a discount. And they'll be like, oh, I really hate that thing about myself. We're talking about people that you are so attractive you can't look at them, right? Because you start flubbering, right? And I'm watching this. I could not believe how he was like this vampire messing with people's heads and making them see things in their minds about how ugly they are. He was seeding it. And I was like, I was so repelled. And this is my personality. I was like, I'm not part of this crap. So I just became my normal self, pouring up to people randomly, just chatting and talking and being myself and telling jokes. And look, I'm like 5'3". I'm a short guy, a little Pakistani guy, bald, whatever. Not the image that they want and not the image that belongs at that party, right? But I'm just being myself. And one male model type, he's looking at me the whole time.
Oh Lord, not one of them.
Male model type. It was that Zoolander to Zoolander type. It was a Zoolander type. He comes up to me, and I wish I could make this up. He comes up to me, and he's looking at me in almost like in awe. He says to me, I don't understand it. You really like yourself. He says that you really like yourself.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I should hate. He hates himself, and he's a Zoolander male model. And little Pakistani guy that doesn't fit their idea of what I'm supposed to be in that setting, right? Is telling jokes and being funny and being happy and being in my present in my body and not insecure while they're all like, this little thing on my nose, right? I mean, they could not believe, like, how can I function in life and be so happy being who I am? Because he couldn't get there. He couldn't get there.
I would have looked at him clear as day and said, just because I'm short in stature doesn't mean my third leg isn't really long, and left him on that.
I like to leave that presumed.
Well, I'm kind of brutal sometimes with people like that. I just don't care. It's the whole point, just to mess with their head. That's it.
Yeah, I would use the line, my people invented the perfume garden and the Kama Sutra, but nobody in Hollywood is intelligent enough to know what those are.
That's
right?
why I said it the way it was, because they need to know. They know what the third leg is. Yeah.
We talk about Tantra and Sufis, sex magic. They won't know any of that. But whatever. But so that, I mean, that's an example of a Hollywood party, and I was so utterly repelled by it. And I've tried to avoid, like, you go to events but I don't like. I don't do the party scene. Right? It's repellent to me. It's so, you feel dirty. You just feel dirty around these people.
Really do.
The desperation, and everyone is trying to find whoever like is the angle. And the moment they realize you're not the angle to their thing, they will walk away from you in mid conversation. When they realize they can't get anything out of you and you're not famous or whatever they thought you were that made them engage the conversation briefly, the moment they figure out you're not whatever they thought you were, they're out like mid sentence.
Yes.
It's the most degrading environment.
It's the process of being fake.
Yeah. It so is, because you're right. It's like I would go, just being myself, and no, literally, I'd have some people come over and say, "Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Which surgeon did you use?" I'm like, "What the hell? Are you kidding?" That's what you would get. Male
and the
model,
fact that say that without any, there's no irony,
none.
There's no offense intended. This is normal for them.
Mm-hmm. They will.
And if you claim you didn't get surgery, then they will get offended. Then they're like, "Oh, what a lying whore you are," and then they'll walk away, right? Because the idea of natural beauty doesn't exist in their minds.
That's when you make fake doctor cards up and you put it to like the local bunny ranch in Reno or something for the phone number, and then you hand them out.
Well, the funny thing is, in my journeys here in LA, eventually your path crosses with people in the adult industry. And so I don't want to shock Erica here with this knowledge, but what I will find is every single person I've ever met from that industry are normal people.
Yeah.
They're like, they don't have any weird hangups. Especially they put it all out. They put it all out. They don't care, right? And they're just like normal people that are actually very down to earth. They don't have arrogance. They'll hang out with you if you're famous. They'll hang out with you if you're the garbage man, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's adult stars that are the most normal people in Los Angeles. That says everything about this ridiculous city, right?
Yeah.
And Lorena, I'm not wrong about this.
No, you're not wrong. And the reason why I know is where I lived in Sherman Oaks, I think was part of the
everything above
triangle.
is in that area.
Yeah, it's just like, the triangle. That
Sherman Oaks to Woodland Hills,
Yeah.
all of that.
All of that. People rent their houses out to, adult theaters or adult film shoots and stuff like that. But yes, I've run into several of them who are in the industry, and yeah, they're just completely
They're the most decent
completely
people in Los Angeles. It's
normal.
It's like the archetype of the prostitute that comes to Jesus, right? I mean, they're just decent people, right? And then you look at all of these scumbags who are famous and are respected by society, and they're just scum.
Yeah, these are the people who will tell you, yeah, I went to Trashy Lingerie last week. They had expo. Yes, there is a shop in Hollywood called Trashy Lingerie. Yes, there is. Go look it up. It does exist. I'm just saying.
Driven by many times. On that note, on that note, I'll be back in 5 minutes. You guys, now that I've built all these crazy stories, I'll come back to see what happens to chat. Thanks for your patience. I'll be back. Hold up. How to make this thing.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Over 114 of you guys here watching. Thank you so very much. It's my birthday, and of course, I'm giving you guys LaReina's True Hollywood Stories. So let's see. Do I want to do the dating story or do what? Yeah, I will. Okay, so
I've got to run, Lorena. It's bedtime for me.
That's right. Yeah. You do. Oh my goodness, girl. Tell people where they can find you.
Well, you can find me at Hanging with Erica and Raph, and I just loaded a video tonight. The video is up. It's Halloween here in Germany 2025. So go have fun after the stream. Go watch it.
Yes. Go watch Erica's video. She is amazing with what she did for Halloween. So please do go and check that. All right, my dear. Good seeing you. Have a good night.
Good night,
morning.
Good night, Tom.
Randy Daytona, the golden boy. My ex-wife was at Trashy Lingerie every weekend on Melrose Avenue. Yeah, that was an interesting store. I'll tell you very much. I thought I went to the original Fredericks of Hollywood store. Yes, there is actually a Fredericks of Hollywood store in Hollywood that has like a museum of lingerie through the ages. And yes, they do have that. As opposed to Trashy Lingerie, which charges you to come in because they don't want looky-loos in there. Let's see. Oh yeah. So the other date and actor joke story. So anyway, we decided to go to this club somewhere in LA because supposedly, again, trying to hustle to get a job, which he needed to do because he sure as heck was not working on his craft. That's for damn sure. Thank you, A2D2. I appreciate that, my dear. You look gorgeous as usual this evening. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Hollywood Boulevard also has those stores. Yes, Hollywood Boulevard is notorious for having those stores. You can go on Hollywood Boulevard, find a whole bunch of like movie and television memorabilia stuff, especially like old school movie posters. You can find that there. I forget the name of the darn shop. Randy, maybe you remember. I hope it's still there. And it was on Hollywood Boulevard, and you could go and get like actual posters and press stuff like from the industry, like from there, like direct from the studio, get movie posters and stuff like that. It was an awesome store. Probably down, I think a couple doors down from Fredericks of Hollywood. Yeah, I wonder if it is still there. It probably is still there. It probably is. Yes, they have the Scientologist building there as well. But yeah, anyway, so I go to this club, right? So we go to this club with my actor boyfriend who has such low self-esteem. I didn't like going out with him because he's freaking jealous. Another thing drives me nuts. So we go to this club, and it's the stereotypical lineup outside the club with the bouncers like, no, you're going to have to wait in line. No, you're going to have to go wait in line. You have to wait in line. So we go up there, and he tries to talk his way into this particular club because, Maya was performing. That's why we went there, because Maya was performing. And so the bouncer says to my actor boyfriend at the time, The only way that you can come in is if she comes in with you. Hit the
That
look
pissed his
on his
ego off.
the look on his the look on his face, and I got into a fight with him earlier. So I actually, yeah, I had to
That was
crack
a
him.
bruised ego, big time.
Yes, big time. Like, bam, beat you up. He was, oh, he was so not happy. He was so pissed off. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we can just go then. He's like, no, we have to get in this club. So, you're gonna have to go in. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then he asked him again, I really can't go in the club without her. He said, no, you can't.
That's
Now
hilarious.
you can't. She can come in the club by herself. You can't get in here unless you come in with her. Oh, that was the beginning of just a horrible, horrible night. I couldn't sit around and drink, just casual conversation. Oh, that guy's hitting on you. I'm like, so the heck what? Yeah. Needless to say, I wound up taking a cab home by myself because it was not going to be pretty at the end of that. His pride was already crippled. He must have been gay because a real man would have been proud of you. He wasn't gay. He just had really, really low self-esteem and was possessive for the most part. Yeah. That's pretty much what what it was. Oh, and that was the beginning of the end. And I planned to like break up with him anyway. Well, damn. You would be surprised how many actors have these gorgeous girlfriends and they still act like everybody wants their girlfriend and they're just complete assholes about it. I mean, really, it is. I had not run into that before, and yeah, LA has a lot of that. They really do. You think some of these actors are just so amazingly confident and all that? No, no. I know this one actor. Uh, he was on a show, and apparently he couldn't get his lines right, and he freaked out so much that they had to call his agent to come in and calm him down. Yes, I have seen that happen. And it is LA is one of the most insecure that I've ever been. But there's some cool stuff that I've seen there, too. Like just in the supermarket. And I remember because this is the only time I got seriously starstruck. And it was me and my sister because she came to visit Talia because she can corroborate this. So we're in the Ralphs in Encino, right? It was Encino. No, it was Studio City. That's where we were. So we were in Studio City. We're in the Ralph supermarket and we're getting in line. And I'm like, look, and my sister's like punching my arm. She's like, look who that is. Look who that is. I'm like, what? Who? And I looked, and it was the actor who played Eric Forrester on Bold and the Beautiful. Now, my family, you probably don't, but if you were watching CBS soaps, like especially Young and the Restless and The Bold and the Beautiful, watch that for like years. My family watched it. That was the one time that we got starstruck. And dude was just there in just like a t-shirt, jeans, very nondescript. I said, I bet you he drives a Tahoe. Yes, he drove a white Tahoe. It was so not the typical actor type of car to get to the truck. So that was like a starstruck moment for me. Also, when I go on the Star Trek set and, see some of the actors that are there. Although I will say one Star Trek actress who I will not name. I went to see one of the actors on the show to talk to him about some things. And I walk by, she's going another direction. She turns around and follows me onto the set. I'm like, okay, I don't know you. I'm just here. All in my business, want to know every single thing about me. I'm like, why? I don't get it. The Adam Sandler clothing. Tahoe, Range Rover, Lexus, and Mercedes G-Wagon are actor cars. I like the Tahoe though. No. Oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. Not a Tahoe. He drove a Suburban. That's what he had. He had a Suburban. It did not look like a glamorous like truck. It was just nondescript Suburban. Actually looked like he did stuff in it, you know. Let's see. I've had guys rudely hitting on me while with my wife in LA and the San Francisco Bay Area. Amazing how aggressive some gay guys would be. Oh, they were the worst. Okay.
Let me tell you. I know that, and I was just walking around Home Depot up in Daytona, actually up in New Jersey. Sorry, not even. I got chased by two gay guys when I was with Linda walking around. I'll tell you about that in detail one day. It's hilarious.
I have never. It's just like if they were gay or pretending to be gay so they could spend time around you. But yeah, it's one of the absolute worst. I'm like, I don't need you around me. Oh, girl, where'd you get your stuff? And I'm like, no, back off. Although I will say that I did not have any problem with lesbians approaching me because I would treat them just like I would treat men for the most part. I am so not kidding. I have gotten drinks bought for me. I've had stuff purchased for me. But although I will say it was the butch lesbians that would approach me, not the lipstick lesbians. There's a difference between the two. The lipstick lesbians would look like me. Butch lesbians are a little different. They were always coming after him, just like, I'm not gay, right? Oh, that's okay. No, as in I will never be gay. Okay. I'm like, no, you're not going to turn me either. But they sure as heck we're going to try. I'm like, nah, I treat you just like a dude. I will, although I will say when I was in LA at that point in time, yeah, I'd use them for stuff too. Equal opportunity, But I was upfront. I'm not gay. Okay, sweetie, you're not gay. Was it Christian Bale? He drives a regular truck for years. I'm trying to remember his name. I know I haven't watched this show in like forever. John McCook. That's his name. But I just saw him. I just knew him as Eric Forrester on The Bold and the Beautiful. So that's what I knew him. That's what I knew him as. But I would run into celebrities at the supermarket. After a while, I didn't freaking care. I just wanted to make sure I could get a darn parking spot because get to fight with them for a parking spot. Like the Whole Foods in it's in Sherman Oaks. The Whole Foods that's on the intersection of Sepulveda and Ventura Boulevard. So you go to that Whole Foods. They're all up there in the Whole Foods getting their organic stuff. Keep running into them. My hairdresser, I kid you freaking not, used to piss me off. If there was an awards show like the Grammys or the Emmys or whatever, she was booked and I couldn't get a freaking appointment because she's making money doing that. And then, I was like, I don't really care about celebrities. I just want my freaking parking spot and I need you out of it. That's what I need. Hey, Fatal. Says, happy birthday, my dear. Well, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Let me blow you up, Krista. All right. Thank you so much, Fatal J, the host of the Dark Council. You'll see us usually every other Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We should have a show next week. In the meantime, go to Fatal J's channel and see the hilarity that is the Dark Council. I truly mean the hilarity that is the Dark Council. We do it big over there. So thank you so much for that. I sure do appreciate that, my dear. Oh, don't remind me about Gelson's. Okay, I love Gelson's. The only reason that I love Gelson's was for the Victor Benet, not European bakery. Was it Hungarian bakery? I don't know. Gelson's had the best bakery department. The only bakery, supermarket bakery that's better than Gelson's would be Publix. That's where I would go. That's where I would go to get Camera Girl's birthday cakes. If I wanted something out of the ordinary, I'd go there. But yeah, Gelson's is expensive as freaking hell. And across this, was it across the street on Ventura? That's across trying to go. It was either across the street or further down the street than the Ralph's in Encino, where I would go all the time. Yes, Encino, where Michael Jackson used to have his house. Yes. And where oh my gosh, Dave Hartman. Remember what happened to him? No, Phil Hartman. Sorry, Phil Hartman. You know what happened to him, right? Unfortunately, he yeeted himself. Yeah, he lived in Encino too. I saw him a couple times as well. Hey, Griffin. Happy birthday, Lorena. Sorry I'm late. Where was the cake? Oh, Tom's got the cake on his screen. Oh, treat butch lesbians like men. Good trick as a straight woman. Yeah. Yeah, it really is. It's pretty much the same thing, just different equipment, you know. They're both very aggressive. Just be straight up, but I'm not gay. Challenge accepted. I said, yeah, you can't say I lied to you, you know, at all. That's the risk you take because, you know, if I see Vin Diesel, I don't want to see you. Let's see. Hey, Keely, good to see you, my dear. Good to see you. And yes, please do sub to Fatal J. Let's see. Yes, Dylan. Yes, I did. I forgot to mention that. The Michael Jackson movie that Antoine Fuqua is directing. I'm excited. I'm very excited for that. Very excited to see that. Tina Gooseman, thank you so very much. And hey, Sam, saying I'm loving story time. You know, about two more stories, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Fannie Willis Booty, thank you so very much, my dear. Oh my gosh, I'm running out of super chats to give y'all, but I'll give you the old school one.
This is pathetic.
Yeah. Join in, folks. It's yodeling time.
Here at Lester's.
Elephant green screen effect.
Says happy birthday, Lorena. Thank you for all the great entertainment, and I'm still waiting for that haunted house ride through. Cheers. Well, we will have that haunted house ride through no later than the end of this month. So stay tuned. We are heading back to the Magic Kingdom. Thank you so much for that. 999 super chat. Sure do appreciate that, Fannie Willis Booty. Tina Guzman, thank you so much. Remember for 22 months. I appreciate that. Just happy birthday to you. Thank you. I did meet Vin Diesel's stunt double from the Riddick movie. Yeah.
I like that whole series, the Riddick series.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was amazing. It was really cool. It was really cool. His stunt double was really cool. Now that I think about it, I actually kissed this stunt double in a taxi. Sorry, not sorry. You have to explain that to your girlfriend, which you did not tell me you had one at the time, but that's okay. This live stream has the best Hollywood tea stories. Phil's wife unalived him and then herself. Okay, I got it backwards. I just know I wasn't shocked. So many people were in shock about that. Jerry Morales is here as well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. What's another two? Oh, okay. Okay. So had to drive on the 405 every freaking day. I hated it. LA traffic sucks. It's like no one works in that town at all. So by the time I finally get home after driving from Culver City and all that, why is there a car chase going on and helicopters overhead and all that? Yes, LA is the only place where they would televise a car chase, whether it's CHP, CHIPS, AAA with a badge, as we call them out there, or LAPD. For some reason, they love doing that nonsense.
They're hoping it's another OJ.
OJ was classic, man.
They got some ratings.
That was classic. I'm like, yeah, this is like OJ all over again. No, it didn't involve a white Bronco. I always kept thinking, is it a white Bronco? Well, Bronco started being made again after OJ killed the brand for a couple of years. And when I heard that, I said, I only have one question. Does it come in white?
Oxford white, to be exact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. USC one year when they were playing UCLA in football, do you know they had a white Bronco with bloody handprints on it that they drove across the field?
Jesus, that does not surprise me.
That was one of the best trolls I've ever freaking seen.
Hilarious.
It was friggin' great. It was great. I loved it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sam. I did too. Me and my sister was just like, we met Eric Forrester. My life is complete. The only thing better than that would have been meeting Eric Braden, aka Victor Newman. Okay. Yeah. My family, we had bragging rights for years with that one. New Bronco sucks. Yeah, it's not the same. It looks too pretty. That's
well, they have two different versions of the full size Bronco and the old Bronco 2 that they did with the sport one, and the cheaper one looks like real crap compared to the bigger one. They even make a convertible now.
What? Oh,
yeah.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
That
well, it's a hard top. It comes off. Same thing.
I did. Yeah, it was one of those things that I did when I was in another country, specifically Canada, specifically Vancouver, British Columbia. But that's a story for another time. That's a story for another time. And Cobber's back. I'm just
back. Looks like Erica left while I was in my process.
Yeah. She had to go. She actually stayed on a little bit later.
Oh, well, she's gonna miss. I wanted to actually add a new element to what we were talking about, the adult part of the industry, but it connects to questions that were being raised in the chat. Several people in the chat before I left were asking about the occult side of the industry.
Yes.
And so, here's the direct story that I can tell you. So, a young adult star. I was once speaking with her, and she told me very bluntly that she made much more money working at the eyes wide shut parties of Hollywood producers and stars than she did in the adult industry. She's very straightforward about it. She said, those are my best gigs. She goes there, she does the eyes wide shut sex magic stuff, gets paid a
Mhm.
lot more money than she does working for Vivid or whatever. And she said that's a whole other thing that's going on in this town. So you hear legends and stories and rumors, and that's directly from a person. Again, like I said, in my experience, adult performers, they're not liars. They're very straightforward because they lived their lives so out there that they got nothing to hide. So when they tell you stuff, it's almost always completely true and completely. It wasn't just straightforward. Like, that's just one of my big sources of income is the Eyed Wide Shut parties. Yeah, and I mean, so yes, there's you hear legends and stories and you hear rumors, and I can share with you. I've never been invited to one of those Eyes Wide Shut parties, so I guess that shows how far down the totem pole I still am. But so I can't, but I at least have got that information for those in the chat that were asking about that aspect of this industry. Yes, it's very real. Again, you don't have to believe that there are occult forces or that magic works. These people believe it. And they act on it. That's all that you need to know. Doesn't matter what you believe. They these rituals and this stuff, that's part of their belief system.
Well, I can tell you, and I'll wrap it up with this. LA is the only place where I've ever been where I have constantly been approached by people who either psychics, mediums, which is the same thing, where they would actively come after me, actively find me, actively say, I just felt that I was compelled to come over to you, give you, a message. I'm like, what is wrong? What the heck is going on? Here, I never had that happen until I went there, until I was in LA.
You must have with that complex ancestry, you must have some Louisiana Bayou stuff, or you must have some West African magic stuff in your ancestry, some juju bags and all that stuff. There's
Santeria.
Am I wrong? I mean, I think they're ancestry. They probably revived it.
No, you're 100% right. You have, voodoo in Louisiana, roots in the deep South, Santeria, in the Spanish Caribbean, all of that. That is something that is very real that I try to tell people, because my family would always say, you have to watch out for these people. You need to stay prayed up and all of that, because you do not know what somebody might be working roots on you. I'm like, what the heck is that? Yeah. Same thing. Occult, stuff like that. It is very real. And in Hollywood, it is very much how we put it, very much not taboo.
Yeah.
At all. That's something that I had not ever been used to. People just out and out front with it.
Well,
it
there
was
was
something else.
movie that came out that I don't think was a good movie, but just came out a few weeks ago about it's about these football players, right? Who are like a young guy.
Oh,
him, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the movie, but it's not wrong. I'm sure that's also going on in sports, right? So yeah, because it's all you discover is a whole occult element to how these football players are being elevated to power.
It's something else. That was one of the things that really, besides the fact there's creepy guys and creepy butch lesbians that would try to hit on me, and older, really old producers or whatever with their names on buildings, but the whole occult undercurrent of Hollywood is just, it is there and it is out there. Like I said, I went to LA. I was not the same when I left. And when I say
you
not
got away. I mean, I've been here 24 years. I can't even remember the person I was before this ridiculous town.
It is nuts. I remember my parents came to visit. Okay, so my preacher father came to visit along with my mom, and she'd been out there before because Camera Girl was born in California, so she'd been out there already. But this time, I don't know how she convinced my father to get on a plane, sit on a plane for 5 hours, but he did. So they were there, and I'm driving them around, and I make a turn, and I'm driving on no, it was on Santa Monica Boulevard because I was taking them through Beverly Hills.
Okay, so
they
Beverly Hills, Santa Monica Boulevard. I know.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, that one. So I'm like, Dad, see there, that's the Beverly Hills police station.
Yeah,
Beverly Hills
UTA
cop.
is right next to that. I know exactly where you are. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like pointing this stuff out because they hadn't seen it,
Park over to
before.
your, they got the beautiful park there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they hadn't seen it, so I'm taking them around all these places, and then we cross over into West Hollywood.
You turned on Melrose probably.
I think I did.
Yeah.
It might have been Melrose. I think so. Either way, for people who do not know, WeHo is the gayest place in LA that you could ever be in. I mean, we're talking billboards for gay dating services, gay sex shops.
It is like Greenwich Village, but Greenwich Village is much more bohemian. This is very upper middle class, affluent people of the LGBTQ community, right? This is some rich people that can afford like $15,000 rugs because there's all these beautiful Persian rug stores in that area, right? That are 15,000 is probably the least you can get a rug for there. Yeah. So and that's normal there. So yeah.
Yeah. That's yes. WeHo got all the rainbow people there. There's all the jokes about West Hollywood, completely true. Okay, so we're driving through there, and imagine my parents looking and seeing all this stuff, and my mother says, "When are you going to get out of this town?" I said, "Eventually. I'm working on it."
It holds you like it's like a black hole. It's a singularity. You can't get out.
It is so hard. Because there is a certain glamour to being able to live in LA. You say you lived in LA, even to this day. When I tell people I used to live in LA, they want to hear all the stories about, living there. Because I tell people LA looks much better on television than it does in real life. Like case in point, and I'm going to get to you guys super chats. I see you out there. Thank you so very much for engaging. So real story, true story. Again, in the car with the actor boyfriend. Most of my stories revolve around my relationship with him. So we are in Hollywood, and was it Fat Burger that we went to? I think it was Fat Burger. Either way, we were in Hollywood, not the nice part. Was it Santa Monica Boulevard? I think we're near Melrose.
You go on Hollywood Boulevard, the further seedy it becomes.
Yeah, exactly. So we were in one of those seedy freaking areas. Like the intersection of Hollywood and Highland has the most drug activity at night. People don't know that, but that's right there next to the Dolby Theater. Well,
by the way, that used to be the most glamorous part of LA in the silent film era. That's the tragedy. It used to be where the Garden of Allah was there. It was the place to be. Right, if you are wealthy and powerful, now it is what it is, right? So
yeah, it's a crap hole. Okay, it really is. And this little restaurant that I love called the Formosa? I think it was. Do you know that restaurant, Cameron? I think it's on Hollywood Boulevard. It's the Formosa restaurant. It's really really small.
I don't know
on it. Yeah, it was like I want to say like a chinoiserie type of restaurant. Really cool, very very Hollywood looking. But anyway, so I'm in the car with the boyfriend, right? And we're just eating there in the car, and we're looking. And what do we see but some transvestite prostitutes walking down one part of the street? You've got some obvious gang members going to another store across the street, and an LAPD cruiser trying to figure out who are they going to go after. Are they going to go after the transvestite prostitutes, or are they going to go for where the gang members are?
I mean,
Well,
the transvestite prostitute is likely less dangerous, so that's where I would think those guys would go.
probably. However, they knew they got spotted. So what they did was they were flagging down a taxi as fast as they could. So the cops said, "Yeah, we're going to go after gang members." So that's what they did. So the cops went over there,
So the
arrested
gang members started
arrested-
acting cowardly. You can't.
Yeah.
If you're a gang member, you cannot act cowardly before the cops. It's a power display.
Mm-hmm. So that's what they did. So they, so they went over there and they handled the gang members. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm looking. I'm just like, this is like an episode of Cops. I swear to God. And this is all going down while I'm looking at it. So we get done. We drive further down Hollywood Boulevard, and we stop at a light. And guess who gets out of the cab? The 3 transvestite prostitutes. I'm just like, this town is nuts. And I would literally have to call my mom and say, before you see it on television, this is what really happened. It was just a mess. Oh, when I left LA, I could not look at a tabloid. I could not look at any movies. I just couldn't, because I knew where everything was. Melrose Place looked glamorous, but yeah, parts of Melrose are just freaking skanky. It's just
Well, the Eagle said it in the 70s, and they were right. The Hotel California, you can check out anytime you like. You can never leave, right?
No.
And it's very hard. I know there's a lot of commentary in the chat about people who hate Cali and whatever. There's a lot of beautiful, beautiful parts of this state. And there can be beautiful things in Hollywood. It's a wonderfully creative place where you meet amazing people, talented, brilliant people you're never going to meet anywhere else in the world, right?
Yeah.
But there's this other side to it. There's this other side to it, which is the energy of desperation and darkness and exploitation and sexual abuse and just sadness, right? That's been here since the silent films. And it's the dark side of it, which creates the black hole, because the glorious side of it pulls you. And it's like that's like the brilliant light of the event horizon, and then you get pulled towards the singularity, which is pure darkness.
Mm-hmm. That is so true. Yeah, I came back. I was not the same. Not at all. Let's see. We got a couple of super chats here. You guys have been so amazingly generous tonight. I sure do appreciate it. Let's see. We have got, Tina Guzman, who's member for 22 months, says happy birthday to you. Well, thank you. And we also have Rose Baggins, which of course is oh my gosh, Amanda Pizzolatto says happy birthday. Ever heard of The Last Witch Hunter? I have not seen that movie. As a Vin Diesel fangirl, shame on me. I should watch that.
Seen it twice.
Wait, have you guys ever seen Pitch Black, the original Pitch Black?
Yes,
it's a great movie. We should do a movie night of that.
We actually did. I want to say a year. I think maybe like a year and a half ago. I got to organize a playlist. But yes, we did watch Pitch Black. That is one of my favorite films. One of the sexiest scenes ever is Vin Diesel using motor oil and a shard of glass to shave his head.
Yeah. I mean, that's really the movie that introduced Vin Diesel as a star to the world, and he was very, very good. It's before he created his Vin Diesel persona that he got trapped in. Like Stallone got trapped in a persona that's smaller than he is. I think Vin Diesel's trapped in that same thing too. But that showed what range that movie had. And look at it, that's the first movie you've ever seen Muslim imam in space. And
that's right.
A normal part of that film, right? And in fact, he was a spiritual guide for Diesel's lost character. And so it was the sequel was really wacky. It was really out there, Riddick. But that was such a good, focused indie sci-fi film that still works.
Yes, and it's still one of my favorites to watch. Awesome. Pitch Black. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it. Truly, horror sci-fi. It's perfect. I'm telling you, one of those scenes at the end, you didn't see it coming. And when it does, or something else. Thank you so much, Demajanai, for that $5 super chat. My dear, thank you, man. I'm starting to run out of things.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss, my wine. Baby, my heart's on fire.
Man,
I love that one.
I'm gonna get claimed. So I love that one too. Check, please. Says happy birthday, Lorena. Many more beautiful years to match the beautiful lady that is the greatest
Lovely,
producer
lovely community you've got.
ever.
They're so supportive.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love them to death. I say I'm biased, but my community is the best. I absolutely love you guys, and especially these guys from the Dark Council. I mean, honestly, if it was not for them, I really wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. So appreciate that, my dear. Appreciate you. Go check out the Marginized channel. Spell Broken Lies, Spell Broken Gaming. Great channel. And Criminally Undersubbed. So go sub to him. Let's see. We have also got, oh my gosh, I drank too much Mountain Dew. Mary White says, happy birthday, Lorena, for a $10 super chat. I sure do appreciate the heck out of you right here. Here we go.
And finally, I want to scream, and I'm like, why are they replacing every single character with someone who is diverse? But then Kenny's like, it's not our fault, it's because of Kathleen Kennedy.
The best South Park ever. It says happy birthday,
And that South
Lorena.
Park really stung her. From my sources, that really pissed her off. You gotta have a sense of humor, like everyone that was made fun of in Tropic Thunder, not Tropic Thunder one, in the one we just saw, Team America. All those actors, I didn't see any of them get pissed off about it. I think they all sort of went with the joke, right? You gotta have a sense about this. If you're important enough to be mocked, by these guys, by Parker and Stone, then you've made it.
Yes, she absolutely made it. Even the one episode, I guess, about Ice that had Christy Nome and they kept like redoing her face.
Mm-hmm.
She put that as her avatar on X.
If they ever make fun of me, I've made it in this world. I've made it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Retro Nerd Girl, who's been a member for 16 months, as I'm at work, stopped in to say happy birthday. Well, thank you, my dear. Thank you so much for saying that. And I didn't catch all of it, but I caught some of it last night, the stream that you did with Cameron and with Douglas A. Burton for one of my favorite sci-fi movies, 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is one of my favorite sci-fi films.
Did you watch our commentary yesterday? I think you watched in the chat. I saw you for a bit.
Yeah, I watched some of it. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. I'll have to go back and watch because I dropped in the chat that if you go to Epcot down here at Disney World and you go on Mission Space, there's a section of the queue where literally they have reconstructed that part of the cross section of the spaceship from 2001.
Wow.
It dead on looks like it. It's one of my favorite things to look at. So yeah, go watch that over on Douglas Burton's channel. Great commentary. I can't wait. I'm going to play that back.
Yeah, it was almost 2.5 hours. It was almost 3 hours. We went over and analyzed the movie, and we got to really, because you can analyze movies so many levels, but we got to profound spiritual depths, mysticism, religion, all these things. It's more than a science fiction movie. It's way more than a science fiction movie, right? And we really got deep into that in the analysis. If you guys have a chance to watch it, Douglas Burton again has a lovely channel that's very small and doesn't deserve to be that small. It should be very big, but it's I was delighted. Retro Nerd Girl was on there and really sophisticated conversation.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't stay. Literally, I was so tired. I was about to face plant, but I caught part of it, so I'm going to watch the rest. Again, it's one of my favorite films. I love when people talk about it. So, again, go check that out. Fanny Willis Booty for a $4.99. Thank you so very much, my dear. Yep, the majority of A+ stars and executives practice that. Aleister Crowley, Demon Worship. You can't make it unless you join in.
Well, I hope you can make it, because I'm still trying to make it without joining in. but it certainly greases the wheels like nothing else.
It does. You ever notice that it seems like some actors who don't do that are the ones that get demonized the most? I'm just saying. It's again, it's like when these actors are out there saying "Believe ICE" and Trump's this, and yet some of these people were as silent as ants pissing on cotton when Biden was in office. Okay, didn't hear anything. All of that stuff that they're spouting is to audition for their next job, to signal, hey, I'm great. You can hire me. I'm down with the program, if you know what I mean.
That's the people don't understand. Hollywood has no political convictions. I mean, I think it actually has a couple, right? And they deal with they deal specifically with a particular country in the Middle East, that must be supported no matter what it does, right? But in general, aside from that, they really have no political convictions. I remember being, there's like a Discord group of a lot of famous writers, and I would participating in it. I've kind of backed away from it a lot over the last years because I got sort of burned out with the political hypocrisy, right? And one of this was most amusing thing that I watched was last year during the election it was like, and these were famous people, very rich, powerful people, and they're all like robots repeating the same lines about Biden and all the critiques about Biden. Maybe not all of his, his marbles are there, and maybe not all the synapses are firing, and that were the critiques that were being presented by his adversaries. And they're all like, "This is all lies, whatever. This is all, this guy's sharper than Einstein. We got sharper than Tesla, right?" And just they're repeating the scripts on the chat, and they're all yeah. And the moment he steps down and Ms. Harris comes in, they all start saying, "Oh my God, he should have stepped down before. Obviously, he's lost some of his marbles, right? And now he's put her under a bad position because now she's got to catch up." I was like, literally, didn't you say something yesterday that was completely opposite? I mean, I see it on the chat, right? I see it on the chat, right? Mm-hmm. So aren't you just repeating that the talking points that your Republican adversaries were giving you? I made the mistake of posting that. Was not well received by these people because it's robots, right? But it's robots, which is what it's robots because they're trying to please each other to remain in the club so they can keep getting work. They don't know who else in that chat room is going to hire them or fire them. So they have to keep repeating the robotic mantras of the day, not because they believe in anything, right? They don't believe in anything except, like I said, they believe in one thing. And I left the chat after I expressed my disagreements on that issue, right? And then I was finished. Then I was finished, right? I was finished with all of them, and vice versa. But that's what people have difficulty understanding, is that you keep thinking these people are woke. They are whatever they need to be to get work. And we're not talking about a struggling actor who's like giving a blowjob to a producer in the backseat of a car, right? We're talking about rich, powerful people. The further up you go, it's exactly what Darth Sidious said. It's exactly what Palpatine said. It's like, whoever has power fears to lose it. The further up you go, the more desperate you become to be liked by these people, right? And to be accepted, because you have something to lose. You have a lot to lose. The humiliation, because everyone falls. That's like we talked about earlier about my producer who acted like Les Grossman, right? That's coming from a place of great fear. This guy has multiple decades of hits and success, and probably has a few $100 million in his personal bank account, right? But he's afraid of losing it all and becoming the source of mockery. And because everyone in this town is waiting for somebody else to fall. Whoever's on top, everyone is waiting to take that person down, right? And so it's very Sith-like in that respect. And so and so everyone's just trying to survive here. And the higher up they go, the more scared they are of losing what they have. Me, I know I'm on the fringe. I'm circling the event horizon of what I am. And so I was canceled a long time ago, but just by being who I am. And yet I still have a career. I still get work, and maybe not at the speed that I'd like or the speed that my talent may deserve. But I'm still there. But I've reached a place where I actually don't care, because these people canceled me when I tried to play along, and I hid my views. When I hid my views and my beliefs, I hid them just to survive. And I discovered they'd already canceled me the moment I walked in the door. The moment they found out my background, my ethnicity, my religion, they'd already put me in a box. Nothing I said would convince them I wasn't their adversary in their minds, right? And my presence had to be stopped. When I realized that, I was like, oh, okay, no matter what I do, doesn't matter. Then I'm just going to be myself then. You're not going to hire me anyway, right? So I'm just going to be myself, right? And then in the process, I got some work from people that, saw the economic value of working with me, and that overcame their distaste for who I am and my beliefs. And that's how I survive, right? Because I've already accepted I'm never going to be one of them. Doesn't mean I can't be successful, but I'm never going to be one of them.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you're not. Another side that I'll add to this, and yes, I see you guys super chat. I'm gonna get to them.
We'll get to the super chats. I'm sorry, I talked a lot. I apologize.
Oh no. I just wanted to point off of that. Another thing that some actors will do, especially when they get around quote unquote fans, is to feed into whatever it is that I'll say the fans dislike at the time. Like I lived in LA when Bush derangement syndrome was going on. That was some crazy-ish. That's why I'm not impressed, because it's the same cycle all over again.
So Bush or Trump and day. Was there ever a Bush?
Oh yes, there was Bush derangement syndrome all over the place.
I kind of think that. I think most
when I was there,
I think most critiques of him were rather fair. I think you can say there's a Trump derangement. I think most critiques of that man were rather fair, but whatever.
Well, like you say, the ones in Hollywood, they really don't care as long as the wind blows.
No, you're right. For them, it was a mantra. For them, it was a mantra. They didn't think, and they couldn't care less. They couldn't care less if Bush was bombing the Middle East. They actually liked seeing that, but they couldn't. But because he was doing that, it was bad. Obama does it, it's great.
Yeah, Obama does it, it's great. Trump shows up, then all of a sudden, y'all love Bush. I'm
like Trump says stupid things, but he stops the bombing. Well, he's the warmonger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just ridiculous, because I remember going to a convention again, Vancouver. We'll say it was a Stargate SG-1 convention, and basically they just had fun trashing Bush and people who were not, opposed to him and whatever. And it just kind of like fed into it, because I was fans who would do that. It's like all they want to do is just trash George Bush or whatever. I'm like, I'm here to go to a convention and find out from the actors what they think about the show and all of that. I don't care about the political nonsense, but a lot of them would feed into it. Why? Because they didn't have a damn thing to talk about. And one Stargate SG-1 actor, who shall remain nameless, did that as well. We happen to know each other. So when I ran into him later, I'm just like, that was a bunch of crap, right? Yeah, I know, but I had to give the audience something. I'm just like,
yeah, because he's an empty shell, which sadly a great many actors are. Sadly it tends to be a correlation, because to be a very good actor, you have to be able to shut off your sense of self. So it's very easy if you don't have any sense of self, right? Then it actually is not that hard to be an actor, right? And if you literally don't know who you are, or are an empty shell, For others, you actually have to learn to train to get rid of or to suppress that to become another persona.
Like asking me to go get them alcohol because they're just like, I can't deal with this. It's like, they're real people, they're your fans. You're going to have to deal with them. And no, I will not go and get you liquor. Mark Daly for $10. Thank you so much, my dear. I sure do appreciate that. JD Pritzker won $1.4 million in a casino. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, good for him.
That's the oh my gosh, what is he? Is it Minnesota or Michigan that he's the governor of? I think it's Michigan, right? I think so. Says he's always been lucky. As a kid, he not only found a golden ticket in his Wonka bar, but he survived a spill of the chocolate river during the tour. Happy birthday, Lorena. Well, thank you. Thank you. True story. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is one of the books that I read as a kid that I absolutely loved. And really pissed that they're trying to censor Roald Dahl's work. It's like, come on, y'all, please. Forget it. Thank you so much for that, Mark. And thank you, Bosco Scenario, aka Guy Scar. You got to check out his channel. He has the Hangout show on Wednesdays, I think at 8 p.m. Eastern. Happy birthday, hermana. Mucho amor and good health. Gracias, mi hermano. Gracias. I love it, the Spanglish, because that's what we speak here in Florida, Spanglish. Thank you so much, my dear. And Osvaldo Lopez for $1.99 says, hate when friends visit Cali and want to go to Hollywood. Yeah, for a lot of people watching television, they think Hollywood is glamorous. All that you see is the flashy cars, the movie premieres. Like when my parents came, we drove by, there was a premiere for, I think, Space Cowboys. They'd never seen a movie premiere like that. So that was cool for them to see. That's what they think Hollywood is. They don't see that after you get off of Hollywood Boulevard, how seedy it starts to get the further south you go, and just the broken, people, runaways, drug addicts, just broken people. There are a lot of broken people in Hollywood. So it's like, don't go to Hollywood. I would say go to Santa Monica, but daggone it, that place is going to hell in a rocket.
I will say, I live here. It has finally begun to clean up after several years of disaster where it was physically unsafe. Like it was physically unsafe to walk down the street here because it wasn't just homeless people, which exists throughout sadly the United States, and I grew up with homeless people in New York and I knew how to deal with them, right? This was very dangerous young people on drugs, on fentanyl, right, who were flooding the area, who would mug you and attack you for money. And so it wasn't like the poor veteran with PTSD who's had a rough time. These were people that were very dangerous criminals that were flooding this very lovely beach area, right? But it's cleaning up now. It's safe again for the first time in years, which is nice.
That is so good to hear, because Santa Monica, I loved it out there. When I lived out there, I almost sent Cameron to preschool there, but it was way too expensive. But we would go Santa Monica, go to the mall, go to Santa Monica Pier. I took my mom there, and it was just beautiful. Of course, we had to go to Fred Segal as well. But
I walked by the pier just today. I was meeting. I like to walk. I just try to do a 2 to 3 mile walk every day, and I would walk by the pier just this morning.
Yeah, it's I'm so glad to hear things are turning around, because Santa Monica was one of my favorite places to go and hang out, because it's just so beautiful. So beautiful. Well, thank you, Osvaldo, for that. And thank you for another $1.99 super chat. Said, you guys looking forward to the Running Man remake? I actually am. I like
Glenn Powell. I think he's very charismatic.
Yeah, I'm superficial enough to say yes. Glenn Powell is in it, so I must watch it.
I like the return of the movie stars, the glamorous movie stars. Powell is a throwback to like the Cary Grant days, right? I mean, throwback to the old masculine, attractive man. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what they do with it. I've heard that it's more like the book than the Schwarzenegger movie, which is one of my favorites. We did a watch party for that one too, for the Running Man. So we'll see. Tom, what's your opinion?
I didn't know they were going to make it more like the book, so I might be interested. That'll be
that's
cool.
what I heard. Yeah. Although I will miss Richard Dawson, because his character, can't touch that.
Well, the great thing with Richard Dawson, he was playing Richard Dawson. Because Richard Dawson was kind of that guy. Like, I remember reading, like, he was the scandalous game show host. Like, he was big ego, that he was a sleazy guy, kissed everybody, right?
Yes.
Dude. He was that guy, right? And he didn't give a crap. I mean, he was inappropriate even for the 70s and 80s, right?
Yes.
He didn't give a crap. So he's the perfect guy to play that.
Go back and watch some of the episodes of Family Feud.
Oh.
When Richard Dawson was on.
It's really for current today. I mean, kids watching today would have a heart attack. It's also inappropriate.
They would. My mom was like, I think they gave him a hassle because he kissed too many black women. That's what she said.
Well, you can give him that. He was equal opportunity kisser. I remember one episode they had this Indian family, right? This Indian family, the mom was there in a full sari and everything. And, he wanted to be, so he took her hand and kissed it very elegantly. And she's like, no, you must kiss me on the lips.
That's what the women wanted. They wanted that full-on smooch for Richard Dawson.
I mean, I'll give him that. He tried to be a gentleman, you know?
Yeah, he
It's hilarious.
He certainly did. He certainly did. He was the epitome of the dirty old man. He was very suave about it, which is just like, okay, go watch it. Trust me. Trust
Yeah.
me. It's hilarious.
It's from another era. It may be a while
Yes.
before that era returns, if it ever does.
Yeah. Thing was nuts. Michael Deacon 8277. I'm sorry, YouTube is doing the at thing for $2. Thank you so very much. Happy birthday. Enjoy your birthday, Lorena. Well, I sure am. Thanks to you guys, my amazing community of viewers. So love you guys. I love the welcoming community that we have here. You know, we shoot straight, we have fun, you know, but we're just our authentic selves, and that's what I love the most. I love authenticity, and you guys are definitely it. So thank you, Michael. And we have got to take this. We have to end this show, but y'all are so funny. Thank you, Fannie Willis Booty. I sure do appreciate the $4.99 super chat, girl. Yeah, y'all keep me swimming and stuff. Thank you. Actually, my hairdresser thanks you because my YouTube money usually goes to her. Okay. She says, by the way, great special guest tonight, Lorena. I do hope you have him on again. Yeah, I try to have Cameron on at least every month, month to 6 weeks or so, because I love his perspective. Not because he's not someone who is, I don't know, I guess what you call armchair Hollywood expert.
No, I've
Yeah.
I'm still in the trenches. I'm still getting my butt
Yeah.
kicked. I'm still surviving the stabs and the shit. Like I said, let's share a story from a week ago where I have to preserve my dignity in front of this Les Grossman type, right? And you know, and you keep, and I didn't expect that, but there's always a new surprise. This town doesn't stop, and you just have to keep rebounding. And then, but I have great stories to share.
Yeah. And I so love hearing them. So that's why I love having them on. Because I will tell you guys stuff, and I know you're like, are you making that up, Lorraine? No, not making it up. Not making it up. Yep, Richard was a player. Ha ha ha. Yes, he was. he so absolutely was. Thank you for that, my dear. I sure appreciate it. Cameron stories are amazingly funny. Yes,
Yeah,
I love.
they're funny because all humor comes from pain, right? So all humor comes from suffering, and so yes.
Yeah, that they do. Let's see. Sam Wolf says, I love you, girly. Thank you so much for the kindness and support you have given me. No problem. It is my pleasure. Sam Wolf, her channel, Sam Wolf, Life of Military Wife. There's so many stories that she has from veterans who tell their own stories. Tom's father did a segment as well. So please do check that out. And so much support for military and military families. And I do like to support them on this channel. So go and check out her channel as well. Great show. Thanks for the stories. You are welcome, Jamie Gonzalez. You are welcome. I usually don't tell them very much, but I figured for my birthday I do something different, because unlike some YouTube commenters, I have actually lived in that Hollywood bubble where it's all about what they want to do, and to hell with you people in flyover country. Even though you have some people who are in Hollywood in the business who would not find themselves on the other side of La Brea at night. Okay, they do not go east of east of La Brea. Yeah, that's a joke. They will not do that.
Yeah. Is there anything east of La Brea? It's like entering Escape from New York territory.
It literally is. It's like East LA. There's a marked difference. There's like a difference between what West Hollywood looks like and what Beverly Hills.
No, there is.
looks
It's like one block. It's like you literally over La Brea. One block and you're over. And like, you know, what's interesting is one of my favorite Indian restaurants is one block over on La Brea and Melrose, right? And so literally whenever I go there, I'm like, ooh, it's like Twilight Zone. You're crossing in, you're like, I just went from safe to unsafe, right? It's the same exact feeling. It's the same exact feeling I have when you know, the one time I went to Tijuana, I crossed the border by foot. I realized there's actually there's a revolving door. You don't have to go. So I was in San Diego having a great time. I was like, hey, man, there's a border to Tijuana. So I just went through the revolving door and I was on the other side of the wall. And I was like, oh, that was a mistake. Because there's like dudes with knives like waiting to see. They're like sharpening their knives. Oh, some sucker just came through there, right? It's like you just entered Mordor, right? And you're like, what is it? And the other side is like Gondor. Like, what just happened here? And it's a lot like La Brea and Melrose. It really is the two worlds.
It's like difference between Sherman Oaks and Van Nuys. You find that out real quick. I'm like, what the heck? What? I'm in a freaking war zone.
Drop so rapidly. How did the property real estate value drop so rapidly in one block?
I don't know, but they managed to do it.
Well, you know, the most example, but it should be understood because we have I often say LA is just Washington D.C. with more attractive people, right? And Washington D.C., as you know, is exactly that. You turn one corner, it's a Supreme Court, majestic. Literally go a block from the Supreme Court, and you're like, dude, I'm gonna get mugged. I mean, it's like, I don't know if that's still the case. That was I don't know if that's still the case, but when I would visit DC a lot in the 90s, that was the case. I don't know if it's improved.
I don't know. I would just remember when I visited Washington, D.C. as a Girl Scout. Yes, I used to be a cookie hustler. The first thing that I noticed, people were staring at the White House, and I looked at the White House, but then I turned around and looked and saw the absolutely poor ghetto-looking houses that were right across the street from the White House. And I'm just like, okay, something's not right about that. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I was just
maybe it reflects the one thing that the United States we're not allowed to talk about. We're allowed to talk about, in fact, encouraged to talk about race. We're not allowed to talk about class.
No.
Whereas Britain, it's all about class. It's actually not about race. It's all about class. They are very open about class in Britain. Whereas in America,
after a couple of trips to the UK, I found that out very quick. It was something else. I'm like, man, y'all some classist ales. Hey, Linda says, happy birthday, Lorena. Sending birthday hugs. Hope to see you on the 15th. Yes, so for folks who do not know, we're having a channel meetup on November 15th. That's Saturday at 11 a.m. We're going to be at the Everglades Donut. So there's this gorgeous patio with AstroTurf and Instagrammable background.
How are the donuts? Are they good?
They are so good.
Yes.
Okay.
Palmer, they have donuts with oh my gosh, what is it? Was it Rice Krispies or was it Fruity Pebbles? I don't know. They'll have s'mores donuts.
They do like unique donut.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah, they do.
Donuts. Can I get like a raspberry? Because I'm obsessed with raspberry cream. Can you get a standard raspberry cream or no?
I don't know if they have raspberry cream. I'll have to look. They probably have orange cream. Yeah, I know. Yeah, maple bacon donuts, but I don't think Palmer's not gonna mess with the.
I like the maple bacon donuts.
That, but yeah, Tom thought it was a joke when I told him. I'm like, no, there's.
I was looking forward to it. Not a joke. I take my bacon seriously.
They're very artisanal. Well, I want to say artisanal. Very, very sugary. Very pretty. Very attractive. Very.
If you had to put them against Voodoo Donuts, I kind of like the Everglazed more.
Really? Because Voodoo is very good donuts here. There's a couple here in Santa Monica. They're really good.
I just think the quality is a little bit better taste-wise.
I love both, but I don't know because there's donuts at Voodoo Donuts that I have to have, like the Miami Vice donut.
Wait, that's cocaine?
I wish. It doesn't have cocaine, but I think it has that pixie stick
Oh my
sugar.
God.
Just as
Even worse.
bad. Yeah, I love the donuts there. Voodoo donuts are very different, unique. I like them differently. There's voodoo donut, and then there's everglazed donut, which I love too. I love them both for different reasons. And one day I'll actually be able to make it to a meetup. It's a goal of mine. Well, I would love for you to. I think this is like our third year that we're having a meetup. I just like to meet you guys. You guys go and get donuts. It's not super expensive, and we just hang out for a little while and talk. And I get to meet you guys, and you get to meet and talk to me. It's very, very informal. There's no pretense. You don't have to stand in a line at a table to come and see me. We just all hang out.
Cameron, fly out. Get out of LA. Fly out.
Fly out? What do you even talk about?
Fly out. Come hang out and get some donuts and then go back home.
Yeah. Which city are you in? Or which city is the meetup in?
Orlando.
Orlando. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be down at Disney Springs, actually. Sorry, I forgot to put that in there. Disney Springs, that's where the Everglazed Donuts is. Free parking.
Okay.
So that's always good. Come down, hang out with us, and then just go shopping, around or window shopping like I like to do. Although
you know where I'm going after the
you
donut.
must go to Gideon's to get coffee, cake, and cold brew. I mean, a half an inch of frosting, layers. Holy crap!
I'm just checking. I'm sure the answer is there's a lot, but I'm sure. Question: Orlando halal food. And I just entered that, and there seems to be quite a bit.
Yes, as a matter of fact, where I work, the restaurant on the bottom floor is a halal restaurant. Yeah.
That's the one thing, man. We spread everywhere with food. The most amazing place I was shocked to see halal, I didn't know, was China. It's all over the place, like in the Beijing restaurant, the Beijing airport. And, because Muslims are such a large part of China, you only hear about the oppression that's happening in Western China, Xinjiang, right? But they're such a mainstream part of the culture. So when I was in Beijing, worked there for 2 months, zero problem. I mean, literally every other block was a halal restaurant, and they were so popular because. And I would ask my Chinese hosts who weren't Muslim, I was like, "Why are these so popular? They're clearly this is generally popular, not just with the Muslim community, right?" And they're like, "Oh, because we know when we go to a halal restaurant, it's not going to be dog meat or cat meat." Right? Because the actual meat you're getting, because literally China has incredible food, but you always are a little nervous about what the meat is, because the beef is, beef is a very broad term in China. Very broad, inclusive term as to what beef actually is. And so if you don't want to eat dog, you at least you go to the halal.
There was a sign I remember seeing on a Chinese restaurant, my buddy in Jersey. It said, "We don't see your cat. Why you keep asking?"
It's interesting, and again, it's not just in China. I was actually, I had a very interesting flight, to the East Coast a couple months back, where the gentleman next to me was a Filipino sort of evangelist, and he was like trying to convert me the whole flight. But he was a nice guy, so I just kept listening to him and engaging him with spiritual conversation, whatever. And then he's talking about, well, you guys, you eat halal food. Why do you think God has restricted you? I said, well, we believe God has given us certain rules because He doesn't want us to eat things like dog and cat. And he's like, well, we Filipinos eat dog and cat. I'm like, I know in your religion there aren't food restrictions, but maybe a couple might be helpful. Maybe a couple might be voluntarily helpful. Because that's not really a selling point. Trying to convert me to your particular church. He was part of a specific Filipino evangelical church. I was like, that's not a selling point. That but you'll be free to eat cats. I'm like, no, that's not a selling point.
Even if it wasn't part of my religion, I'm not still going to eat the damn cat or the dog. A hot dog is a completely different thing than what you were thinking there, sir. Thank you.
Again, with all respect to other cultures, teach their own. But I was like, it's not for me, man. It's not for me.
I'm just looking at Professor X. Yeah, he's asleep.
Someone is pointing out Filipinos are Catholic. Yes, they are Catholic. This particular person was actually not Catholic. He was part of a specific evangelical church that sees Catholics as heretics. Whatever. We don't have to get into that theological conversation.
Yeah, they have that.
But they're at least what he told me, that dog is on the menu, at least in parts of Philippines. So Any Filipinos here disagree with me, please forgive me. I'm just sharing you what he told me. I've yet to visit the Philippines. I actually want to because I have a very good friend in the Philippines, and I've been talking about going visiting him. I'm doing like a trip I was Malaysia last year, so I want to do a trip through the Philippines, Phuket, Thailand, and Indonesia.
Ooh.
I just have to get the money together to go.
Oh wow, that'd be cool. That's one of the places I wanna visit too, Philippines. Let's see, Commander Ed Stracker Shadow. Happy birthday. Hope you had a great birthday. By the way, Cuddles Casino birthday is tomorrow too. Yes. Yes, I think Ron's was yesterday. I think.
Yeah, I think yesterday or Monday.
Yesterday. There's a bunch of us who were all
I'm next week.
birthdays, one after one after the other. It's a lot of Scorpios up in this
You're
game.
passionate people.
Yes, we definitely are. We're not as
You're
crazy.
tolerant for nonsense, which is a useful thing in a YouTuber, I think, or at least a sincere YouTuber.
Yeah,
No tolerance for crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have no tolerance. Period.
No, I don't. Well, folks, thank you so much for hanging out here with us tonight to help celebrate my birthday. Of course, love him and Cameron on as always. Where can people find you, Cameron? What do you have going on?
The best way is through my Patreon. You get updates and points of view. I actually have a very interesting article this week, which is causing a lot of discussion on my Patreon because there was a Variety article that slipped in a lengthy article about David Ellison's efforts to he bought Paramount, now he wants to buy Warner Brothers. Very lengthy article about his sort of ambitions, and it put a very interesting comment in there that Variety was admitting that it has a no hire list for people of certain political views. That's in the trades to actually admit that's probably not wise, but it's interesting. And so I have a lot of discussion of that based on my own experiences, having been on those lists that they won't acknowledge, and now they're admitting they have these lists, right? And so, but come join me at Patreon. You could also get consulting work if you're a budding screenwriter or a novelist. You can get show me your script or your book, and I've had a couple of dozen people on the Patreon do that, and they've gone on to actually publish their books on Amazon. They've actually won film festivals with their scripts. It's a great way if you want actual professional advice for someone who does this, who survived doing this for 25 years. Most people who do this do not offer that to the public, and so I do. So come to my Patreon. We'll throw a link in there, and you can connect with me.
Okay, awesome. Well, we also have a link in the description box to Cameron's Patreon. Please do go over and support him. Tom, what you got going on? Let people know about.
Well, I was going to go outside in about 15 minutes to film another rocket launch that happened to scrub from last night, but it scrubbed again tonight.
Dang it.
So it's like, okay, what's next? I'll live stream something else soon with it, but I'm working on other things that I haven't got quite done yet.
I'm surprised Paulie didn't join the stream. Is he out of town? Paulie is enjoying time with Romy, aka Mrs. Slant. We have the same birthday, and we both have Portuguese ancestry. Put that down like that. So that's what he's doing. Happy birthday, Romy.
Yeah.
Oh, as for your girl, Saturday, of course, 12 noon is going to be the Resort Recon Live podcast. Theme park news we're going to be bringing to you. Also going to be giving you my review of the Edison restaurant at Disney Springs, which I had the pleasure of going on Halloween, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to let you know about that.
Did you have any good seafood there? Did you try any?
I didn't try the seafood there. What did I have? I think I had the short ribs that were there. So I didn't have seafood. Usually, I didn't see a lot of seafood at the Edison. For seafood, you more than likely want to go to the Boathouse or the restaurant that got ripped off in that that guy you basically snorkeled and robbed the restaurant. Paddlefish. That's another one too. That's really good for seafood. I love seafood.
Yeah, I'm a huge seafood. I mean, I could become pescatarian. I could do it fully, all day long. So,
especially some place like Florida where you can just pay the fishermen to bring you the good stuff. I can add the comment as a minority in Hollywood. He's intelligent and he uses it. Absolutely. That's why I love him to death. Let me tell you.
I mean, and I bring the great thing about being a minority in Hollywood, and Lorena knows this, is that you get to be the observer of this town and all of its foibles, all of its delusions, and all of its hidden racism, because they are unself-aware, and the only people that can see them are people that they exclude. So then as a minority, you get to see who they really are because they can't see it.
Absolutely. So true. Also, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, welcome to Florida. You know that meme of the Statue of Liberty that says, F it, I'm moving to Florida? Certain election happened in New York recently. So Florida's full.
I wanted to know if you could put up a big close sign up at the border.
We need to.
We welcome your visit. We don't want you to stay here. Now get out. Sorry.
I just know they've already had it like in the news. There are people who are fiercely closing in on closing mortgages and stuff like that. Mainly around Miami and South Florida, but there's a lot of money. Florida's closed. We don't need any more people. Sorry, can't take any more. But yeah, there's going to be another.
You just need to wonder, my brother's kind of ticked too because of the New Jersey governor that just got. So so it's New Jersey and New York that people are going to be like, oh no. So yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, they're just like, no, Florida's full. Florida's full.
I escaped here over 20 years ago. I just left because I got sick of the cold. In politics.
Yep. So as for your girl, that's what's going on. The Watch Party series is actually on hiatus for a little while. Some things I kind of have to let go because again, I'm back working full time, and so that's why. But there's plenty that's there, and of course the Spice Lounge. Tomorrow on my gaming channel, 5 p.m. Eastern. The game developers for the upcoming open world martial arts / wuxia RPG Where Winds Meet. They're going to be having a live stream about the game. So I'm going to be reacting to that stream tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern. Very excited about this game. It is literally Infinity Nikki for guys, in a way. Lots of martial arts fights. If you've ever seen the movie Kung Fu Hustle,
okay,
you can do the Kung Fu Hustle run in this game.
So I do want to add one thing because people are asking about me in the chat. So just my view on the election as someone who grew up in New York and someone who is a Muslim. People are asking me what is my view of the particular gentleman that's been elected there. I'll say two things. One is most Muslims actually like his stance on the Middle East and don't like his stance on socialism and the social values. I know part of the propaganda that was used against him was we Muslims are Islamist communists, which are actually quite adversarial. The Afghans will tell you about that, right? So that. And the second thing I'll just add is that if you look at the candidates that were fielded in New York City, a lot of garbage. There's a lot of really bad people. So if you're upset about the final outcome, the people that you guys who didn't want this guy presented were the worst human beings on the face of the earth. So, I mean, those are your choices, right? So that's my view on New York politics.
Yeah,
that's been New York for decades.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tell people I don't have an issue with him being Muslim. I know a lot of Muslims who are conservative. My problem is with him is that he's a freaking communist. That's the issue that I have with him.
He's not mainstream in his social views amongst American Muslims, but he got elected because the other candidates, let's just say, were not America first. So I think a lot of people need to reassess where their loyalties are. If you want traditional values and libertarian things, maybe you should actually be focusing on this country and your instinct shouldn't be another country as the basis of elections. Then maybe you might get people who share those values in this country, right? Because I think people are kind of done, both in the right and the left, with some other country first. And this is the hard thing in Hollywood to accept. And it's a hard thing for people in both the Democrats, Republicans to accept that that's done. That's done for the next generation. So maybe now we can all start talking about policies, because if you're going to make it about that, you're just going to lose. So now let's talk about policies, because I would have preferred that this gentleman was defeated by somebody who shared his view on the Middle East and had libertarian economics, right? But that wasn't offered to us. So maybe let's start getting.
Not in New York. Not in New York City, man.
Well, but the fact that New York City is fed up with focusing on another country, New York City is fed up with focusing on another country, means that issue's done. So let's focus on the future of America now.
Yeah, because he won 51% of the vote.
Yeah.
So that is not a landslide, folks. Just enough to get him over the line. But yeah, we really do. We need to focus on this country. And last thing I'll say, I'm really getting freaking sick and tired of people mostly focusing on immigrants and not focusing on Americans, especially when it comes to Black Americans. I'm not appreciating the erasure of history when it comes to that, where you have people saying, oh, well, New York was built by immigrants. No, New York, immigrants helped build up New York in the 1900s. But starting with the 1650 or whenever the Dutch got there, they brought enslaved African labor there. Okay. And people do not think about that. The Statue of Liberty is not made for immigrants. It was actually made to celebrate the end of slavery in the United States, which is why there are chains on the Statue of Liberty's feet. So it's really getting aggravating as I don't know what, when people are mostly focused on other countries or immigrants from other countries instead of the American identity. It used to be immigrants came here, they were assimilated into American society. They were proud of where they came from, but they were Americans first. And we really do need to get back to that. And
what Malcolm X said, and we can get off this topic, but it's what Malcolm X said back in the late 50s, early 60s, about how both the Republicans and the Democrats take the Black vote for granted, and they expect Black people to vote in certain ways because they're being told to do so. And Malcolm was very straight about that, right? And so maybe this is the moment where the Black and African American community hopefully will start establishing its independence from all of this narrative and start pushing forward, because the Latino community has no problem pushing forward things it cares about, right? And I think the Black community has to start listening to Malcolm X again, which is decide what's right for your community and don't let these parties tell you what you're supposed to believe.
100%. Also, one of the things that turned me into a rabid conservative was living in Los Angeles. I freaking kid you not. It so did. Well, folks, we are going to wrap up. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Make sure you subscribe to Erica's channel as well. Again, check out the video that she dropped for her Halloween display. It will blow your mind just how talented she is. You have got to go and check it out. Much love. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and we will see you all next time.
God bless everyone.
Bye. Bye.